Now, just to make sure that we're actually streaming. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are. Today is a sad day, for today we have to talk about Joker 2.
And Transformers 1.
Transformers 1 is a better... Transformers 1 is a better movie than Joker 2.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
I am 999% sure. I haven't even seen Transformers 1. I intend to at some point, but having seen Joker 2, it's not fucking impressive.
Let me tell you a little something, Alex.
Okay, I'm gonna change my input here.
I didn't have, and there was nothing remarkable about that movie. And there is one thing I can comment on, which is I never want to hear Bumblebee ever refer to himself as Badassatron ever again.
Yeah, so for those of you who are wondering, I just changed my gamepad input on the Xbox One controller from having A and B mapped to what Microsoft thinks A and B are to
oh, by the way, this is where the last bottle is.
A being A and B being Y. But I can do the N64 thing.
There are 38 more O's to go. I'm gonna be having to go through the rest of this game, having to do some cleanup.
I do have some rules here. Oh, hello, Gizmo. Welcome back, Gizmo. Bye, Gizmo. So yeah, so I do have some rules here today. Save stating is only going to happen between levels. That way, if I fuck up, I get sent back to the level start, not to, just random bits in the level. And yes, I have adjusted the, saturation and brightness levels, because frankly, the original levels that the game has are, well, that the NES has, generally speaking, are kind of embarrassing. So, I'm gonna wait till... Hey, Gizmo!
Okay, so
I have not seen, Transformers 1. That being said, I would appreciate it, if for... Do you have any... Does anybody here have any desire to watch Joker? Joker 2, rather. Okay. So, yeah. So that being said, I would appreciate us, like, maybe holding off on talking about this until next week, because I am intending to see Transformers 1, and, oh god fucking damn it.
Alright, fine. I'll hold off on talking about the dumb robot movie, where nothing interesting happened.
Oh, good. So we can talk about the dumb clown movie where nothing interesting happens.
Sorry about that, guys. There was something wrong with something wrong with the Discord audio. I fixed it.
Yeah, I figured.
All right.
So Gizmo, have you seen the trial of Billy Jack?
No.
Do you know what the trial of Billy Jack is?
No.
Okay, so there was a character, once upon a time, there was a character called Billy Jack, and he was in two really good action movies. It was called The Born Losers and Billy Jack.
Okay.
He was, he kicked ass. He kicked biker ass, he kicked the asses of people harassing some hippie-ass flower children in,
He kicked your ass. He kicked my ass.
Yeah, he kicked everybody's ass. Billy Jack was a cool guy. And then, the star of Billy Jack decided that he wanted to make a courtroom drama. out of Billy Jack. Now, keep in mind, people didn't come to Billy Jack for that. This is like if Rambo 6 was all of a sudden and just like, you know, I'm gonna change my, I'm gonna turn my life around. I think I'm gonna go be, I'm gonna go be a Broadway star. And the next movie in the Rambo series is gonna be about elderly John Rambo trying to help Alex get this fucking coin. I mean, elderly John Rambo trying to put on a show in Broadway.
We had that. It's called The Pacifier.
Yeah, but the thing is...
See, I was gonna say we had that, it was called Rhinestone, but, you know.
Here's the thing, in Gizmo, that...
I should have gone with Country Western Singer. Yeah.
Here's the thing, Gizmo, that is actually somewhat entertaining. Because it's fucking Vin Diesel.
Yeah, it's also, like, it's a PG-rated action movie, but it is still an action movie, and there's, like, interesting things that go on under the film, and there's, like, spies and shit, and action set pieces, you know. It's not just kids' films starring famous action star Vin Diesel, you know. It's kids' action movie starring Vin Diesel. So the reason why I bring up the trial of Billy Jack is because the original Joker is a psychological drama about a guy who is shit on by society.
Right.
And then of course Joker 2 is a courtroom drama with a bunch of bullshit happening in it. And frankly, Harley Quinn shouldn't have been in the movie at all. She is a worthless character. Arthur has about one scene where Joaquin Phoenix gets to be the Joker that we had in the previous movie. Everything else is just kind of fucking lame. And it, like, the movie, you know how, so who here has seen Joker?
I have.
I have.
Okay, everybody?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Joker was a movie about a guy going from being a clown and stand-up comic who has these delusional fantasies about, well, you know, being famous and, yeah, and liked by women. Ah, fuck. Being famous and liked by women into becoming a spree killer when he gets bullied on the subway after losing his job, and then he sort of becomes like this urban legend of the clown, the killer clown, that lurks in the shadows and kills bad people, you know, things like that. So that was cool, and it ends with him going on you know, a few other, him doing some more stuff. I won't spoil it for Damon, because it is a very, very good movie. It is well worth watching. That being said, okay, given the state of its sequel, I would sacrifice it in a heartbeat to not have this sequel will be a thing.
Jared's in my chat saying John Rambo falls asleep playing video games and he dreams of Spy Kids 3. Why you have to go there? This isn't last level.
Keep fucking up. I'm not used to the original Mario physics. I have beaten this game several times. I just haven't played it in like 10 years.
What game are you playing?
Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, the original Super Mario Brothers. I'm actually watching that stream too.
Yeah. So the events of Joker 2 involve Arthur being interred not at Arkham Asylum, but instead at, quote, Arkham State Hospital. Now, guess where Gotham City is located in this film?
New Jersey, New York.
Okay, yes,
Maine.
New York. New York. Okay. It is located. It could only have been less correct if they'd located it somewhere in Maine. Yeah. So, for some reason, it is located within the state of New York, despite the fact that Gotham City is famously a Jersey city or Newark, depending on which version of the show or which version of Batman you were talking about. Now, granted, they have changed a few things, and I was not one to get too sniffy about some of the things that they did with Joker or in Gotham and whatnot in the previous film. My biggest complaint about this is the complete excision of the Wayne family. The Wayne family was very, very important to the previous film, and, they're just kind of not here. I almost would have thought that, like, you know, maybe a young Bruce Wayne would be in the audience for the big trial of the man who started the riot that got his parents killed. You know?
When does this when does this take place though? Like,
okay, so
like a few months after, a few years,
2 years after.
Days,
So Joker. Okay, yeah. So Joker has been. Okay, so at the end of the previous film, like Arthur completely embraces the concept of being Joker, right?
Okay.
Like that is just, it is a thing that is part of the movie. Like when he goes out onto the Robert De Niro show, Murray Franklin, and he asks Murray to introduce him as the Joker. Well, Joker. And he does things as the Joker. Like there's a whole bunch of shit in it about like him being the Joker and how like he breaks out of the like at the end of the movie, like some of the Joker henchmen and like the guys who were in the clown suits doing the rioting and stuff, of those guys like break him out of the police car at the end, but I guess they recaptured him. But the thing is, like he kills somebody and escapes from the prison at the end of Joker. Like, I have to talk about that because for some reason he's still in the fucking prison at the start of Joker 2. Also, the start of Joker 2 has a musical, not a musical number. There are a bunch of musical numbers. The musical numbers are irrelevant for right now. Frankly, they're irrelevant to the entire fucking movie and should have been excised entirely because Joaquin Phoenix can't fucking sing and Lady Gaga sings circles around him.
Yep, she still sings?
Huh?
She still sings?
Yeah, Gaga's still singing.
Huh.
I think Gaga came out with a new album this year, actually. With songs from the Joker soundtrack on it.
Fuck.
But the thing is, like, her version of Harley is just completely irrelevant to the plot of the film. Frankly, the plot of the film is irrelevant to the plot of the film. I'm like, he meets her at the Arkham State Hospital, like, singing class for the inmates. And her deal is that apparently her parents are rich.
Okay.
And she is like a psych grad student who for some reason is allowed to come and go in Arkham Asylum. I'm just gonna wind up calling it Arkham Asylum because that's what it's a stand-in for, right? She's allowed to come and go as she pleases, even from Arkham Asylum, even though by all rights, like, she starts a fire while they're watching a movie, a musical movie, and by all rights, she should be arrested for that.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know how or why. Okay, so she starts the fire so that she can have, like, a little time with Arthur, or where the two of them are like, completely alone. Spoiler warning, they almost break out of the asylum, and the fact that she almost helped Arthur Fleck, an on-trial whole, spree killer and guy who murdered the most beloved talk show host in the state, possibly in the entire world, on live TV. She tried to help this man escape, so she should be in jail. But she gets set free somehow, for some reason.
Fuck.
Like when... Oh god fucking damn it. Anyways.
What controller are you using?
My Xbox controller.
Man. Might want to look for a USB NES controller.
Yeah, I have the B button mapped to, X.
You know what I do? I would only use certain controllers for certain games on certain systems. Like when
I can see why. I don't do that because I'm fucking lazy.
Well, you're gonna have to do it sooner or later because there's gonna be games where it doesn't feel comfortable using certain controllers. Like fighting games, for example. There's no way I feel comfortable using an Xbox One controller playing Street Fighter of any kind. A 360 controller, on the other hand, a PlayStation 3 controller, Super Nintendo, those are good for Street Fighter.
Xbox One and Xbox 360 are like the same button layout, though.
No, well, kinda, but like they're literally built differently. The sticks, the buttons, the joypad, especially the D-pad.
Oh yeah, like the 360 D-pad was like the best for fighting games, I'd say. Because it was that big disc, and you could just like spin it.
Try telling that to people who use that for 2D platformer games.
I use it for 2D platformer games.
I use it for 2D platformer games.
Well, I feel sorry for both of you.
I use it for 2D platformer games for a reason. It's fine. It works fine.
Well, anyways, for some reason, after this, okay, so Arthur starts having musical fantasies where he starts singing to people. Not original songs,
Sure.
licensed tracks, which was very disappointing to me.
You're telling me they couldn't, in all their wisdom, try and think of brand new songs for a musical that's based off the joke, but for the Joker?
They had Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga writes music.
Yep, and a lot of her old stuff is pretty damn good.
Her new stuff is pretty good, but she's still a decent lyricist, and she's a good musician regardless.
I agree.
Like when you look past the fucking like weirdo persona she puts on, Stephanie Germanotta is a legitimate musician. Like she is classically trained as a singer or as a pianist, as just generally speaking, she's really good.
I can tell you right now, Poker Face and Wrecking Ball are overrated.
She did not sing Wrecking Ball. She did not write Wrecking Ball.
Who did that then? Am I thinking
Miley
of someone
Cyrus?
else?
That was Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus did Wrecking Ball.
Ooh. Why did you think that?
Because people kept telling me it was Lady Gaga.
Those people are wrong.
Hi, Epona.
Also, I didn't care because I didn't like either song. They were memey at best. There was a reason why they memed them up.
I like Poker Face.
I didn't. It's fucking overrated and annoying.
Poker Face was pretty damn fun.
It was annoying. Here's the,
but
there's a lot of songs that they should just. There was a lot of songs that should have just played a few times, and maybe several at most.
Well, Wrecking Ball
were like
Wrecking Ball is more personally irritating to me now than it was back when it was new, because they've been playing it more on the radio now than they did back in the day.
And I've been seeing a lot of people try to sing it for like talent shows. It's like no, please sing a good song. And then I'm saying, oh, what if I change the voice? That doesn't change anything. You sound like Elmo when you sing it. Is that supposed to make it funny?
You should listen to Pelican sing it.
I heard him. No, it's annoying, man. I don't like the song.
I can totally see why. Most of the problem is not in. I wouldn't necessarily say, hey, let's not talk about this because the talk about that song has been done to death. So,
how's it?
Legitimately, yes. So,
Wow.
Here's the thing about. So, I am probably the best person to be talking about Joker 2 because as a fan of both comic books and musicals, this film is fucking ass. Like most of the singing stuff just takes place in the fantasy world, and like they have these little fantasy sequences where Joker and Harley Lee Quinn, who guess how we find out that her name is Arlene.
How?
Is it another one of those things where it's like, oh, so this is your real name? I like your real name, and then name drop.
Exposition. During the trial, Arthur's lawyer tells him that Harley's real because he's known her as Lee up to this point, and she fed him a fake story about killing her parents or them being dead or something. It doesn't fucking matter.
That's supposed to be the other way around. Why is she lying?
Okay, she's lying to him because she is a Joker fangirl, which is the only thing they got right. And apparently they made a TV movie of the week out of Joker's little escapade.
Fuck.
Which would be interesting, because I wouldn't mind seeing them do something like making an in-universe Joker movie where they but they've got they reference like Zazie Beetz' character as being as having been in the fucking fake Joker movie. They don't even reference like contemporary who played him, and it's like who did play him, and it's like they could have made an entire fucking gag out of this. It's like oh yeah, well, they made a movie about you, Joker. They got Jack Nicholson to play you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, they could have done all kinds of stuff, but they didn't. In fact, that's this movie in a nutshell. They could have done all kinds of stuff, but didn't. And, one of the things that irritates me the most is that the musical sequences are all fake. Because if the musical sequences were real, it would have kind of tied in to the concept of, like, Joker kind of having this weird pop culture, following, like he does at the end of the previous movie, for instance. Oh, God damn it.
Which is kind of ironic, because he did kind of hit pop culture in a big way.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, he's the Joker. It's big and popular, and you know, I can't help but.
And people are still idiots trying to ship him and Harley Quinn as if it's a healthy relationship.
I believe they could have, legitimately, they could have, if they'd made this movie correctly, I think Gaga would have been the perfect casting for an I can make him worse version of Harley. Because, you know, there's that line in the trailer, like, let's give the people what they want. This movie doesn't give anybody what they want. I wanted more music. I wanted big operatic performances from the people involved. Well, do you know how this fucking movie ends? The movie ends exactly the way the leaks said it would. That it ends with the fucking, courtroom getting blown up somehow. And then the, some Joker fans rescuing Arthur from the courtroom after he wanders out, and then he runs away to go meet with Harley, and because he's decided he doesn't want to be the Joker anymore at this point, for some reason that I'll get into later, and frankly, the reason he decides to stop being Joker is monumentally asinine, and the Joker of the previous movie would have completely fucking torn this shit up.
Oh, now I get one of my favorite parts of this game. The Hidden Village.
Oh, nice.
Music setting up of Link's confrontation. And then the music during the fight.
Ah, shit.
Did I reduce the speed? I set it to PAL, didn't I?
And I heard that the movie did worse than Morbius?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that, honestly.
The movie's doing very poorly, and I can definitely see why.
I can hear why, but I wasn't expecting it. Because people love the first movie, and the fact that the sequel was being made, that got a lot of people hyped. But then I heard it was going to be a musical. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Nope, that's not going to be good.
It would have been good. It could have been good.
For the Joker, I mean, come on. I mean, look, for something like Evil Dead, I get it. Because a movie like Evil Dead being a musical sounds funny. Because Evil Dead 2 was funny. Evil Dead 1, while good, wasn't...
Hell is going on here?
Was accidentally good. It was accidentally popular. That makes sense. The Evil Dead makes sense to be a musical. The Joker, that version of Joker, no. If it was the animated series Joker, the Batman Joker, I don't know, Injustice Joker, maybe, because there's a lot of stuff you can pull from the source material to make songs about. But this is one movie. Well, two movies, technically. What could you possibly do to make a good song based off of these two movies without it sounding desperate or just desperate.
There we go. Well, I mean, so, like, I can totally see them making a good Joker musical, like, because comic books are big and theatrical, by nature, and that's one of the big aspects of like, truly great musicals.
Yeah, but this is very loosely based off the comic book. This is
but you can
not even like what would you prefer, yellow spandex kind of thing, where it's like they left the comic book costumes out or they rearranged the origin to make it more understandable. No, it's like literally it's a guy that's only Joker in name because his origin is so different.
Oh boy, you should you should find out who the new Joker is at the end of this film.
Who would that be?
Okay, so
they're doing Doink the Clown.
no.
Yes.
So Doink the Clown does make an appearance in this movie. He's one of the guys who rescues Arthur at before he turns himself into the police after Harley rejects him because he didn't want to be Joker anymore. But and so here's a really weird thing. So at one point in the film, like after they cause the riot, after they cause the fire, right? Harley and Arthur gets thrown into solitary confinement. Naturally. And then Harley somehow gets one of the guards to let her into the cell with him alone. And they fuck.
Is it at least sexy?
How could it be?
Well, then I already hate it.
Bro, how could it be? It's the Joker on Harley Quinn. There's a reason why people don't want to dress up for Joker. I don't care.
It's Lady Gaga. I've seen her music videos. She's fucking.
It could be Jessica
nice.
Alba. It could be Jessica. Bro, it could be Jessica Alba for all I care. There's nothing sexy about Harley Quinn fucking the Joker.
See, I think it would have been really neat. So, by the way, Joker's still Arthur is still emaciated as fuck at the start of this film, right? And I think it would have been really neat if he if Joaquin Phoenix had put on some muscle. So like get Joker looking kind of raw the way he does in some of the comics when he's...
Yeah, but it's not really part of the Joker, though.
No, I just think it would have been neat. Because I think them doing him being like scrawny and emaciated, it is kind of overdone at this point. Like the first movie already did that. And let's do something new. Let's have Arthur like getting a new kind of mean in him, like they said in BVS. That's about Batman, you know? Let's have Arthur turning into something.
I think
like
that's
something
what makes him
maybe even just a little bit grotesque.
I think that's what makes the Joker, you know, unexpected. What's the word I'm looking for?
Unconventional?
Not unconventional. Joker's the kind of character that's chaotic. Like, you don't know what to expect from him. I think that him being lanky makes sense.
Well, he can still be lanky and lean, but I think he could have
but like
done
you
with
don't
some
expect
muscle, maybe a little bit of fighting into him. I mean, you know, like
you don't expect a guy that looks like that to actually. You don't expect a guy that actually looks like that to literally pack a punch. So that's what makes it better when he's lanky and fighting back against guys like Green Arrow, every Robin under the sun, Nightwing, Batman especially.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. At the same time, I think it would have been really, because we also would have had a scene in where he's like, imagine like Arthur kind of sees himself as like this agent of pure chaos, and he's like, I have to be able to create chaos in all kinds of ways. And so, well, like, he just decides, like, the best way to do that is just to get, like, jacked, you know? And so, he's got, like, you know, he looks... I'm not saying he's gotta be Batfleck levels of huge. I'm saying it'd just be nice if...
Tobey Maguire huge?
Yeah, we'll say Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's a good level of musculature for Joker. Because because there's some things that happen in this film that we could have avoided if Arthur had been had a bit more of fight in him. I mean, I understand that part of the character in the original movie is that he's had the fight beaten out of him, but I don't know, man. And, like, I feel like he got himself they've completely reset Arthur's character. They turned him into essentially turned him into a different person. And,
he's in a straitjacket, right? Like, is he, like, heavily restrained or something like that?
I fucking wish. No.
Why?
He should also probably, given the fact that he has this cult following, he should also probably not be in Gen Pop with the others.
But why? Dude,
but he is.
Go back to my first question. Why is he not restrained? Go back to my first question. Why is he not restrained? Didn't they give the large, obvious assumption or implication that he was going around killing psychiatrists and doctors and security guards in the asylum at the end of the first movie?
Yeah.
So then why wouldn't they restrain him?
Good question. Why isn't he doing that now? Now that people are being more horrible to him. He murdered a bunch of horrible, awful people in the first movie.
His boss.
And then a horrible, awful thing happens to him in this film. You want to know the horrible, awful thing that happens to him in this film?
What horrible, awful thing that happens to him in this movie?
So after Joker fires his lawyer...
Oh, wait, never mind. I already know. Oh, because people talked about it on social media.
Yeah, so after Joker fires his lawyer, he goes on... He becomes his own... He becomes his own representation.
So he's representing himself.
Yeah, he starts representing himself in court, which I feel like should have been the thing from the beginning, because then we could have had some more back and forth between him and Harvey Dent, who was in this film.
Wait, which version?
This Harvey Dent is approximately 20 years older than Bruce Wayne, so that completely fucks that up. You could have used literally anybody else. But, you know. I'm just gonna make the lives of comic book fans difficult, why don't we? Anyways, yeah, so, Arthur gets on the TV and he badmouths the guards at Arkham. And then after he gets back to Arkham, rather than, you know, doing something sensible like Gizmo said and training him or locking him up, the guards take him into the showers and it's implied that they raped him.
Of all people? Okay.
Yeah. One of the guards is played by Mad Eye Moody.
Out of all the inmates?
Because he badmouthed them on TV, yeah.
So then why not just beat the shit out of him? Why would you want to rape him?
I was not aware back... Well, yeah. I was also not aware back in the day that in the 80s they had, television cameras in courtrooms. I didn't think that was a thing until recently. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They didn't have what in courtrooms?
Cameras. I didn't think they had cameras in courtrooms.
80s, I'm not sure. The 90s, I know. They did have cameras. I don't know about the 80s.
Oh, I forgot to save.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
We don't.
My good sir.
So the movie ends, like, the actual ending of the movie is a guy who looks like a cross between Cameron Monaghan and Heath Ledger, telling Arthur a really shitty joke, and stabbing him repeatedly in the stomach. Why he is allowed to be anywhere, why the inmates at Arkham are allowed to socialize, I don't know.
So Arthur just straight up dies?
No, we don't actually know. But the other guy, comes ever so close to asking Arthur why so serious, as he takes the knife and carves a smile into his own face. Yeah, literally, that fucking happens. I hear sputtering. I'm assuming that's coming from Kevin.
No.
Is that Gizmo?
I think it is.
What's sputtering?
For me? When I said about what happened in the movie?
I don't think anyone sputtered.
I thought I heard something. I guess it could have been the fucking background noise. Regardless, yeah, the movie is ass, the music sucks balls, Joaquin Phoenix can't sing, and, this film should never have been made. And anybody who says that this movie is somehow going to experience any kind of, critical reevaluation at any point in time needs to get their head checked out, because I think you might be as crazy as Arthur. Because, frankly...
Are we talking like it becomes a cult classic or something like that?
Yeah, because this movie isn't bad enough to be that entertaining. It's just boring.
A movie about the Joker is boring. Ew, Jesus, that's not something I would have thought I'd hear.
Because one of the things that made the first film so interesting was that you were never really sure what would snap next, what was gonna give next, you know? And with this, like, there's no questioning about that, because all the, like, horrible things keep happening to Arthur. And it doesn't really matter. Like, the movie ends with somebody else becoming the Joker, too, and as... Now, Todd Phillips has said he's not going to make any other Joker movies after this, and I fucking hope so. Frankly, the fact that Warner Brothers let this movie get released is insane to me. Because, like, I wouldn't have thought that a film this bad would make it to theaters. But then again, I've been wrong before. Yep. Like, this isn't...
The Flash.
Dude, The Flash had things in it that they... thought people would like. I don't know what they thought people would like in this movie.
It being a musical and solely it being a musical? I don't know.
So on my end, we got to go around down to wherever the Dominion Rod statues were. Or so that way we can get characters for the Sky book. So, Alex, I believe at this point in your game, and based on what I'm seeing from your stream, you were on round 3 with Bow Wow.
Yeah, I'm on round 3 with fake Bowser.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Bow Wow.
Yeah. Like, one of the big things that they should have had, so they should have had more time with Joker and Harley, obviously. Because in their right after their first scene together, they kiss. Right after their second scene together, they fuck. And then after that, she's like advocating for him publicly.
Does he once ever call him Mr. J?
She never calls him Mr. J. He
That's
doesn't have the accent. Doesn't sound like Harley.
The good version.
I would have fucking killed to hear her Gaga in the Brooklyn accent and call him Puddin'. But she doesn't do that. And they don't do that, and that's entirely on the writers. And I, frankly, like, honestly, this movie, people will accuse the first one of being a rip of King of Comedy. And it's like, no, this movie is a rip of King of Comedy. This movie straight has, like, everything that people said was King of Comedy about the first film is in this film. Like, the fucking fantasies about the wedding, the fantasies about being beloved by a crowd, you know, and things like that. But hell, he didn't need that. He didn't need to fantasize about it. He was already he already was a fucking... He already had that. Like everything that they had is gone now. And it's like they didn't have any ideas. Like they could have accomplished so much, and yet they accomplished so little. Like the movie... If the movie had started with Arthur being, like, killed by a vigilante, like Joe Chill was in, or, you know, oh, that was a mob hitman, but, like, if Joe Chill... If somebody killed Arthur for, like, for vigilante justice or something, that would have been neat at the start of the film. And then the rest of it's like the trial of that guy is like is it really bad that he killed this horrible murderer? Or, and like, maybe you have Joaquin Phoenix haunting this guy, and you know what? Maybe this guy could have been played by Hugh Jackman.
Isn't he retired?
No, Hugh Jackman is not retired.
I thought he was.
No, he retired from Wolverine and then he unretired.
Oh, I was thinking of Jack Nicholson.
They're gonna keep doing. They're gonna make him keep doing this until he's 90.
So I think, like, and like I am 100% picking out an actor I think would be really good for this based on his acting ability and his singing voice. So keep Lady Gaga. Actually, no. Fuck Lady Gaga. Let's get Anne Hathaway in here.
No. Even better, Alex. Alex, hear me out on this. What if we get Michael Bolton instead?
Michael Bolton is currently ill.
What if we found a cure for Michael Bolton's illness? I apologize for coming off insensitive.
I think he's...
Define ill.
Recovering from brain cancer.
Oh, then I am terribly sorry.
Yeah. He's doing...
boy, that is ill.
According to Bruce Kulick, he is doing good last time I checked. But...
Well, I hope that continues.
But...
Why Michael Bolton?
He's a good singer.
Knuckles?
Oh yeah, the Knuckles show.
It was hilarious having him in it.
Yeah, that was fucking great. But here's the thing. Let's have a guy. The movie starts with like Arthur getting a reprieve due to like an insanity plea. And it's like this guy is insane. This guy has been beaten down by the worst of society, and he's been, you know, oh, for fuck's sake. and he's been, you know, he's been made crazy, you know, because that was essentially what happened in the film. And then you have a vigilante murderer, played by Hugh Jackman. And the ghost of Jack Napier.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going somewhere with this. Jack Napier takes it upon himself. Like he's a mobster. He's never done a good thing in his life, but he's decided that it's like because the Waynes were always did right by people. Well, he's decided that he's gonna make something of himself, and that could be the first musical number, or where he decides, it's like you know, that's the name of the first musical number, make something of myself. Where he's decided that the rest of his life has been in a giant waste up to this point. I mean, he's been a hardened murderer and criminal, and this is gonna be his repentance. He's gonna kill the guy who got Gotham's savior killed, you know? And so he works himself up and on the transfer to out of Blackgate Prison into Arkham Asylum. He just shoots Arthur to death. He puts, you know, he empties like 12 bullets out of a handgun into Arthur's chest.
No, Alex. To make it even more overkill, he empties 12 clips into him.
Yeah, well, like, we can't have it be too over the top. We could have him. We could have him. We could have him
making it the plot of a parody movie at this point.
I know. Oh, and he just empties his magazine and reloads and empties it again, and then he gets tackled by a young Jim Gordon. And you know, he doesn't put up a fight. He just, you know, he gives himself up, and the rest of the movie, he's haunted by the ghost of Arthur Fleck. Like in his brain, and he's got the devil on his shoulder, or as Arthur Fleck, telling him, you know, oh, this world was awful. I wasn't just doing this because I wanted to. I was doing this because you know, because there were horrible people who deserved what they got. And, you know, oh, you thought I was horrible, didn't you, Jack? Now, and you thought I deserved what I got, right? Right? And
wait, Alex, I don't mean to interrupt this train of thought, but
yeah,
tell me something. Does this version of Jack Napier's figurative devil on his shoulder, does he do a handstand?
I'm sure we could get Joaquin Phoenix to do a handstand at some point.
You know where I'm going with this.
We all know the reference.
Reason number 2. Look what I can do.
But
what does that have to do with? No, he's got a good point.
Yeah, so Jack's struggling with this, and he's like the angel on his shoulder is Thomas Wayne, and he's like trying to tell him, is like, no, you don't have to do anything else again. You can just, you know, you can live out your life as penance here. And then like the thing that makes it go away is a new doctor who's been assigned to him to help him out with these conversations he has with nobody in particular. A young kind of crazy Harleen Quinzel, as played by Anne Hathaway.
It sounded like you were going to say Optimus Prime for a second there.
I was going to say optimistic, but he...
You know what?
His doctor is a young Optimus Prime who tells him that it's all right to kill the bad people.
No. It's Anne Hathaway portraying a Harley Quinn, but with Peter Cullen providing the voice.
Mr. J, I think we need to get you out of Arkham Asylum. What do you say to that, Puddin'? And,
Trying to kill me with laughter.
And so
Jack... it might be working.
So, because Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman are really good singers, and they were in Les Miserables and managed to make a great show out of that, despite all of the things that were working against them. Oh, you know who could play young Commissioner Gordon? Eddie Redmayne.
So we get another British thespian to play Commissioner Gordon.
I'm basically rating the cast of Les Miserables at this point. But you know, I love that show.
Don't forget that he created life, and he deemed it necessary to destroy it.
His performance was the only worthwhile thing in that entire fucking movie.
For those wondering,
go watch Jupiter Ascending, or don't. Yeah. Legitimately, I think that is a... God fucking damn it. That film is a much more interesting type of bad than this one. But, yeah. Yeah, so... Eventually, like, Harley kind of communicates to Jack that like, she's obsessed with the concept of the Joker, and like throughout the film, they have like a little montage of her kind of feeding into his impulses and like helping him like get out of Arkham, so that he can do more vigilante work and things like that. And Jack eventually, he like decides, you know what, maybe being the Joker isn't that bad. Like he essentially kind of takes up the mantle of Joker, and he becomes another Joker, and then the next movie could be like a different Joker and things like that. And it's like I feel like this is an interesting idea that we could have done anything with. Because there's infinite possibilities. It's like saying that you know, oh, where else was it gonna go after The Force Awakens? Since we had to make The Last Jedi lame and boring and shitty and horrible to the characters. I'd almost recommend watching Madam Web over watching this. I'd definitely recommend watching Morbius over watching Joker 2. Because Morbius has genuinely good ideas in it. Some of the things are a little bit goofy, but it's got genuinely good performances from Matt Smith and our other Joker, you know.
And Matt Smith. And Matt Smith. Oh, and yeah, and Matt Smith.
Oh hey Goku, when did you get here? But yeah, 1 out of 10. Legitimately, 1 out of 10. And fuck this movie.
Now, would you say it is the worst DC movie out there?
Fuck no.
Okay.
In terms of sheer incompetence, like, I'm 90% sure for, like, The Flash takes it, but The Flash is a much more interesting type of bad than this film.
Okay, so, but the thing is like, is it worse than Justice League Dark Apocalypse War?
Justice League Dark Apocalypse War is more interesting to complain about than this film. Because you'll notice that we went on for hours about JLD Apocalypse War. The only fun fact, every Mario Kart game either has SNES Rainbow Road or fake item boxes. No game has both. Thank you, Jimmy Kazakhstan. Cool.
You needn't worry about the horse. The horse is invincible. Oh, Gizmo. I fear that Luis Serra is about to get stabbed by...
Yeah,
he's getting stabbed by...
You literally just missed it.
Yeah, Osmond. Yeah, Osmond Sadler's dick killed old Luis.
Is that where your mind immediately goes?
That's where everybody's mind immediately went.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I've seen another Let's Play where somebody made the joke that he stabbed him with his giant prehensile dong.
One.
The first time I heard it was in Adam West Slapdog's abridgment of that.
Oh!
He's an abridger known for Zelda Abridged.
Oh, okay, so one of the many other people that think they can abridge something.
He was one of the older abridgers.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And a video game is not something you can really abridge easily, or just should in general.
Oh, I gotta go talk to the cats. But I have to do it as the wolf? And if you're wondering what is the purpose of all this, heart container piece. It's all worth it.
Yeah, just leave his body there. Don't even bother crossing his arms. Fuck, I forgot. Okay.
Lewis!
Did DC have another movie? DC didn't have another movie that came out this year. The last movie they did was Aquaman. And Aquaman 2.
And Aquaman 3, and Aquaman 4, and Aquaman 5. Oh, no, wait, no. There was only one.
Aquaman 2, Amber Heard leaves a poo.
Aquaman 3. A Amber Turd goes to court.
Aquaman 4, Amber Heard finally gets her comeuppance.
Aquaman 6. Aquaman 5.
Is that perhaps when she, when Elon Musk made her wear the Mercy cosplay?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
Yes.
Karma.
Come on.
Oh, Jared's surprised that Jared's surprised that Jack Nicholson retired.
Yeah, well, he is like 1,000,000 years old.
He's like, what, in his 80s right now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help you. I'm retired.
Sadly, though, we ended up losing one of the, I believe it was the Ocean, one of the, the OG Ocean dub narrator.
Ocean.
Yes, the original narrator from Dragon Ball Z in the Ocean version, which is currently not easy to find.
I mean, it's not high in demand compared to the original.
It's not difficult to find. It's just not easy.
Right, but that's because it's not high in demand compared to the original dub.
It is. That is the original dub.
Not according to the other people or the normies.
The original dub, in terms of like that was what was recorded first. That's what aired on Cartoon Network back in the day.
Well, actually, back in the day, it aired on Kids WB. Then it got on Cartoon Network.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was in syndication before being on Toonami.
Kids WB yourself. Yeah, I remember when that was a thing.
Vaguely.
Literally, a kid just goes into a photo booth, presses the WB logo, and he turns into a cartoon. When I say turn into a cartoon, I'm talking Roger Rabbit like levels of turn into a cartoon. Like, he walks out of the booth, animated and shit, and then a couple of kids see that, and they're oh, let's go in there too.
Speaking of which, there is a cartoon intro to Joker 2 that is much better than the actual. I don't know why. It's one of those. It's one of the many vignettes that wastes a bunch of time, except for the fact that this is actually kind of a cool one. Like, frankly, if the whole movie was like that, I would look far kinder upon it. In fact, you know what they could have done? Whenever it went into a musical section, they could have turned it into a 2D animation. In fact, it goes full on OG Looney Tunes, and it looks really good. Speaking of which, OG Looney Tunes shows up. My boy Pepe Le Pew is in this.
Of course. Oh yeah, they always got a dog on my boy Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe's awesome. He's
inappropriate.
inappropriate.
But he's rapey. He's
He's
problematic.
inappropriate, but that's part of the joke.
No, that's not. Yeah, I was gonna say like that's part of the joke.
Everybody knows Pepe's inappropriate. Nobody thinks he's supposed to be a good role model.
Except for the weirdos who believe otherwise.
Fucking Sierra Miss Chuggers.
Yeah, that was the first time we've seen Pepe in anything, and Pepe's just...
In such a long time.
He's playing on a fucking CRT TV in the psych ward. CRT in the psych ward? Are you fucking kidding me? No fucking glass and...
What are you trying to say?
The way this movie operates is like... I wonder if the people involved have any knowledge of how, any sense is supposed to happen whatsoever, or because it was like original Joker went to a lot of lengths to try and be like realistic, doggedly realistic in places. As in this film, just doesn't give a shit. It's just, you know, psych patients given access to things that they can use to start fires. That's great, you know. Crazy bitch allowed to come and go as she pleases. Come being the operative word.
Yeah.
Joker's... nope.
Nasty hoe.
So, when Joker fucks Harley in this movie, she says she's pregnant. Now, granted, she has been lying to him a lot in this film.
Yep.
But, you know, I'm... The fact that this is possible is kind of an issue. They just let her in. I can believe it more if she was, like, actually a doctor there. Because there is a doctor character in this movie who has one scene of counseling with Arthur, and that... Then we go to fucking trial, and... Have I mentioned the movie is balls yet? I don't think I've mentioned it often enough. This movie's fucking balls.
Balls.
Unfortunately, not balls of steel.
Balls.
That was interesting.
Balls.
Yeah, there goes just
balls of steel.
One of the only films I was actually looking forward to.
Steel. Balls of steel.
Now I'm trying to find the other 7 cats, but they're in places I can't reach as a goddamn wolf. Hey, Midna, you mind helping me out? A sec.
Oh yeah, not only is Mad-Eye Moody in this film, Brendan Gleeson is his name. Let me look up the other actor. I mentioned him in the chat, in the Discord server. What is he?
That's racist.
Oh, Steve Coogan. Steve Coogan's in the film. He is in there for one scene. Very interesting that they've got Steve Coogan playing like this straight-laced news anchor character, or who does like real crime investigations, and he puts on the American newscaster voice that sounds not too dissimilar from this. Like, if you were to get me to dub over that character just based on looks alone, I wouldn't have done that, considering it's Steve Coogan.
Fuck! But
fuck, everybody does a good job in this film. The performances are fine. But it's really lame.
Lamer than lame.
Anyways, that's enough talking about not the stupid clown movie. There's some other stuff going on I think we could talk about.
An idiot.
Yeah, like fake PS1 games being sold.
How so?
So what it is that people are somehow able to fake PlayStation 1 discs, and it's not using like stuff like CDRs or something like that. Like say for the Dreamcast, how you're able to easily do that. What it is that people
are they actually
now have
pressing
access
discs?
to. Yes, actually, they
Nice.
have. No, it's not nice. No, not nice because it's a roll of the dice when you get one of these because some could work, but some might not at all. Not only that, but people are saying that it's getting harder to find the fake PlayStation games because at first people are just finding where the Sony symbol is. It's just a black square.
Are they pressing on black discs?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say because PlayStation 1 games have been officially pressed on black discs and silver discs. So Square Enix was up until not too long ago, actually. They were making new copies of Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, all those games, that were on silver discs. Which is very unusual, but it's neat to see.
It's getting harder. It's getting really harder to spot them, though, because at first, when they were pressing them on black discs, they just left the Sony logo out of, like, off the disc. Because if you don't know your PlayStation discs, there's literally just a black square, like right there on the left side of the art, where the Sony logo is supposed to be, like the PlayStation logo from long ago. Now people are just outright filling that in, so people won't notice. So now. Here's the thing.
If those start leaking out into the wild, that's going to be a problem, because I can spot a bootleg a mile off 90% of the time, but...
Long ago, people just put stickers on blank or clear CDs, or CD, quote-unquote, and try to sell them off or donate them as actual
discs,
games.
Oh, speaking of which, I found a bootleg copy of My Unprisoned by Creed,
Why?
I didn't buy it, I found it. I found it at the library when I was looking through their CDs they had for sale. They also had a copy of Danzig's third album. When I was gonna get that, the disc was scratched to shit. I only wound up getting, I wasn't really all that interested in getting it because I already have all of Creed's albums, but,
Why wouldn't you point out that it was bootleg to begin with?
Because I did point out that it was bootleg.
What'd they say?
I know the librarian there, or I know some of the librarians there, and I don't know as many as I used to. And I brought the CD that I was going to buy up there, along with the fake one, and I handed it to her, and I said, hey, so I have this one disc that I want to buy, and then I have this other one. And the thing was that the funny thing was that the funny thing was that the bootlegger had actually put his name on the case. So at first I was like, okay, and I was like, I'm not gonna, I already have My Own Prison, so I'm not gonna get it. It looks like somebody reprinted this cover, and then I was like, hang on, who's Davis Creed? Because that's because I've like I said, I've got the first out. I've got My Own Prison. I didn't hit you, motherfucker. So I was looking at it. I was like, hey, this is really bad. And then I opened it up, and it was a sticker. I just got attacked by a Batmobile. The Batfleckmobile rolled off my desk and tried to kill me.
Like the Polar Express?
Yes. But, But yeah, so the
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Yeah, the disc art was just a sticker. And the back of the case had like way more tracks than are actually on the CD. So I took that up there and was like, here's the album I want to buy. It was the Mr. Big album with the train wreck on the front of it. And then it's like, and here's a bootleg I found. I handed it to her and I said, hey, you might not want to have that out there, because that's, I tell you what, that ain't right.
It's horseshit.
Yeah. So I just gave it to her and I said, hey, and she showed it to the head librarian, and then she said, it's like, yeah, we can't have that out there, because apparently they don't have anybody, ever since my mom stopped doing, the volunteering for the library area. Apparently they don't have anybody sorting the donations out anymore. No shade to the current people there. They're cool. But that's all on the previous head manager of the library. She was a fucking bitch. And her brother thinks so as well. And she has moved back to Alaska and unfortunately reproduced.
Ugh.
Oh, so...
What?
Oh, Al. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to bring up some interesting fighting game-related news.
Feel free.
So, as you know, we've talked about the Bleach fighting game, right? Rebirth of Souls that's coming out early 2025.
Yes, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so...
Which people are going to forget about and go back to Sparking Zero.
Something I have to mention. Harvey Dent actually got, like, less than half of his face injured when the courtroom exploded. They don't explain why. So he may become Two-Face. I don't fucking know. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so, Bleach Rebirth of Souls has so far not only announced up to like 15 characters in its playable roster, or thus far, one of whom being the blind Shinigami known as Kaname Tosen. Essentially he's the captain, and who happens to also be he actually blind and whatnot. As captain of Squad 9, and as a Bankai that could basically remove your senses of sight, hearing, and smell.
God damn it! I thought I landed on you.
On it, and it seems quite powerful. But at the same time, it's like people are already still commenting that the developers clearly have an anti-Renji agenda, because Renji, he has yet to be featured in a proper gameplay trailer outside of him being the demonstration of the gameplay.
Fuck!
I'm like, he's already confirmed to be playable, but
I'm gonna get something to eat. I'll be
they
back.
aren't doing any. I'm like, he's already confirmed to be playable. It's just they haven't shown any gameplay of him. That's the thing. So, essentially, it's like we're getting a bunch of these gameplay trailers one after the other on each week leading up to the game, and we're slated to have like 30-something characters in it. And I'm like, if this is the starting roster, we're doing good. Plus, at the very least, it looks like it'll play better than the other Bleach fighting games we've gotten in the past. Because those games are ass.
Yep.
On a sec, before I talk to you, there's a Poe right there.
It's really a bad year for sequels, I think. Like, aside from Deadpool and Wolverine, and we've gotten Alien Romulus. Really, let me look up. No, you know, Beetlejuice was good.
Okay.
Bad Boys Ride or Die was good. That was, yeah.
I do not consider a single part of Michael Bay's filmography to be really good.
He did not direct that film.
I do
Also,
not consider
have you seen The Rock?
I don't care.
I'm not talking about Dwayne Johnson. I'm talking about the movie with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
No, and I don't care.
Okay, we're putting that on the list.
No, we're not.
It's really good.
Fine, I'll pay you 300 rupees. I love this guy. Okay, so now that we have... now that we have our cannon to go to the sky, let's do so. Hey, it's the chicken people!
Got a one-up.
Whee! Welcome to the city in the sky with open bar. So this is our...
Fuck.
Oh, hello.
Is it 2006? I'm playing NES games and swearing on the internet.
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind it being 2006 again.
Chicken people.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Fuck the Hammer Brothers.
Yep, the Hammer Bros are the most annoying enemies in the original Super Mario
Super
Brothers.
Hameo Bros can go fuck themselves.
Guess what? The Hammer Brothers are the
Yep.
true final boss of Mario 1. Because Bowser doesn't really pose that much of a threat. Those guys, on the other hand, do. I'm planning on taking you with me to go kick that dragon's ass. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna want the iron boots on us since there's a powerful maelstrom.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Not
you missed
much.
Alex dying again.
So anyway, as I was saying, you'll want the iron boots on your equipment and at all time. Just so you don't get blown away by the wind.
Oh, Beetlejuice 2 apparently sucked.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Not according to a lot of other people. Apparently, it's not even an in-between. It's either people loved it or people hated it. And I'm seeing a lot of people hating it.
Everybody who hates it is lame.
Yeah.
You probably liked Joker too. If you like...
No. These same people who hated Joker 2 did not like Beetlejuice.
Well, you know what? A broken clock is right twice a day.
So. Oh, apparently I don't know much about this. Gameology had a review of Sparking Zero that people shat on?
I don't know. I don't know who Gameology is.
Gameology is a YouTube channel. They've done stuff like reactions, but not your typical reactions. It's stuff like martial artists react to fighting games, you know, like stuff like army guys reacting to
Call of Duty,
Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, gun historians reacting to guns in video games, that kind of thing. Just telling you how accurate it is, how possible it might be, you know, how it might be inspired by such and such, that kind of thing. Apparently, Gameology made a review on Sparking Zero that nobody liked, saying stuff like this basic stuff like this game sucks, or how it's just a button masher, all the characters are clones. I'm like, wait, what? This is the same game, right? For Sparking Zero?
Did they accidentally, like, buy a bootleg version or something?
No, it's kind of like how IGN's review of Raging Blast S2. So essentially, it's like, essentially it feels like a lot of the time they just don't care to review a Dragon Ball game. And that isn't, you know, that isn't made by ArcSys. Because I know a lot of people really loved the shit out of...
Love? Why are you saying that in the past tense?
Love the shit out of what now?
Out of Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Why past tense? People still love it.
Because the game
released like years ago now.
Right,
yeah.
But you're acting like no.
God damn it!
Nobody's still playing it. They're still playing it.
Yeah, people are still playing it. I'm not arguing with that.
Oh, and here's the one I do know. People are now setting rules for if you play with them, you have to do such and such for Sparking Zero.
Which is...
One example, don't play Broly.
Did they just not... Like, do they just not like Broly? What, did Broly piss in their Cheerios or something?
Don't pick Broly. Don't pick a fusion. You know, if we're both out of key, out of respect, let's both recharge at the same time.
So, in other words, they want to make the game boring.
It's not like they're trying to do like GoldenEye slappers. A no odd job.
See, that's fine.
That makes sense, but they're basically trying to make it. To me, it sounds like they're trying to make it their own Melee. You know, no items, 3 lives, final destination. That's what it sounds like.
No. You're missing Fox only. Final Destination.
I don't count that because nobody's really mating Fox anymore. They're mating whoever the fuck they want now.
In Melee?
In Melee, they're now maining Captain Falcons. I'm seeing people main Mars. I'm seeing people main fucking Luigi's. There's a reason why no one says Fox anymore. He's a meme now. Just like here, it sounds like they might as well be saying, Grand Canyon, no transformations, beginner characters only, no customs, only Saiyans. It's like, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like another Melee thing. 3 lives, no items, final destination.
Interesting.
That's what it sounds like to me. And it's like, bro, are you fucking serious? This is a Dragon Ball Z game that was born in the 2000s. And you're trying to make this another Melee thing? Nah, man. The same kind of people I hear are going, oh, no Broly, okay? You know, no, like, no grade 8 forms, okay? No Hirudegan, no Omega Shenron. Bitch, I bet you're the kind of guy who will go up against these kind of guys and then pick a fusion. Shut the fuck up, you hypocrite. If I can't play Broly, you can't play a fusion, bitch. And no, you can't activate fusions either. I bet these are the same kind of guys who lose to the Hercule users. Fucking beginners.
I don't even think Mr. Satan has been playable in one of these until now.
What? Fuck this, I'm breaking my rule.
Mr. Satan.
As far as I know, he's been playable ever since Budokai.
No. I'm talking about in these games because Raging Blast and Raging Blast 2 removed him from the playable roster.
Okay, and what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say, like, Mr. Satan hasn't been playable in one of these in years.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's a little bit of a surprise to see him actually come back.
Why wouldn't he?
Because, well, he's kind of for the most part a gag character.
Yajirobe and Master Roshi are there too. None of them can fly. If you lose to Hercule, that's a you problem.
What?
Mr. Satan can't even stagger anybody.
Oh god damn it! I saved over.
You just haven't. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I mean, as in he can't stagger somebody in the normal way.
What, like with the exception of charging your attacks? That's literally everybody when they go up against a big guy. You're saying
but Mr. Satan can't make anybody, flinch and whatnot.
That's a normal move. That's a normal move. You're saying that he can't make people flinch with a normal move like a charge? Yes, he can.
No. As in, if he hits you, and it'll be like the character has super armor.
There's a lot of characters that can't make people flinch.
Purple Blur animation says hello, Purple Blur.
Gizmo. Oh, the point is that Mr. Satan is incapable of making like a normal ass character without any form of super armor whatsoever, or feel like they're taking damage. And it feels
Mr. Satan attack.
That's the only way he can.
That's literally not the only way, dude. You're reaching for... Dude, if you lose to Hercule Satan, that's a you problem. You just haven't... And if you lose with Hercule Satan too many times, that's also a you problem. Charge your attack if you're playing a Hercule Satan. That's a normal move. Everyone charges their attack in a Tenkaichi game.
Oh, thank fucking God.
It's like, I can't beat people with Dan. That's a you problem. You don't know how to play Dan. You only know him as the gag character. I can't play Shingo. That's a you problem.
Dan Hibiki.
That's a you problem. You haven't played with him. You haven't bothered learning him.
Dan Hibiki is an interesting gag character, but then again, and the fact that the two of them were both gag characters in their respective series is kind of why they ended up being put into a death battle together. Because it's like, yeah, they're both kind of pathetic, but that's part of the charm. Fuck.
One fucked, one didn't. That's hardly pathetic.
Yeah, well, at least Mr. Satan has
Are you ever going to play Super Mario World? Yes, I will.
And the funny thing is that Mr. Satan actually does have merit to a number of his claims because he did legit win at the 24th World Martial Arts Tournament.
Yeah, Hercule won a tournament.
Yeah,
people legitimately forget he actually won that tournament. Granted, he only won because the Z Fighters didn't show up, but he is a very strong regular ass human.
Yeah, but then of course there. And meanwhile, Dan Hibicki's only quote-unquote win was handed to him by Sagat out of pity.
That's from the Mehcast. You forget that he can also beat up thugs.
Yeah, Dan Hibiki, he would be a great vigilante until the Terminator shows up.
So you might have noticed this one thing about this dungeon, and is that it has a very interesting amount of areas that I can't really access. It's because, well... And no, it's not because of any skill issue on my part.
No, for fuck's sake, that's me being stupid.
Oh, speaking of skill issue, who are you maining?
Darkside Phil is back?
Speaking of skill issue, who are you guys maining if you ever get Sparking Zero?
I don't know who I'm going to be maining in that game. I do have it pre-ordered at GameStop. I was lucky to be able to get one at all because... Oh boy!
Why are you still shopping at GameStop?
Because Amazon keeps doing this bullshit, and where it's like, oh, you already have a copy pre-ordered? Well, too bad, you can't get it because we're out of stock right now.
Call the local.
There aren't really that many small local games shops these days.
There are.
Game Exchange,
5 of them.
Game Exchange is one place I can go to, but the most prominent one is GameStop around here.
We tried looking for the nearest one near you.
The nearest one
literally just type in Google nearest GameStop game stores. It'll
yeah, in Kevin's luck, it'd probably be DK Oldies.
Oh my god. If
guys,
it is, don't go there.
Guys, the closest game store is a GameStop. I'm not joking.
I'm breaking my rule again because I'm fucking sick of... God fucking damn it!
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
God fucking damn it!
Because you guys are telling me that it's a bad idea to go to GameStop.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to go to GameStop.
Yeah, don't go to GameStop.
No,
just don't go to
GameStop,
right. Dude. If you want to buy used stuff, maybe, but don't get anything new from there.
I bought my copy of Mario Kart new there.
Which one?
Yeah, and I also
not Wii, Switch.
And I also have a membership that gets me coupons and whatnot on pre-owned shit.
Oh yeah, so you get your part of Power Up rewards.
Yep.
People still use that?
Yeah.
Oh, and you're gonna use your Power Up rewards for like what? A keychain that nobody really wants or cares about?
It's like 10, 15, 20% off, like $5 off on your birthday, things like that.
I got a couple 25, 30% off of pre-owned stuff.
Yeah, what about your points?
Those add up.
Yeah, not enough.
They actually add up to Gizmo. They add up to the point where I could renew my subscription, and every year that.
Notice how that's the only thing he thinks of when he thinks of using his points for something. You realize that's why I'm not really into the whole GameStop Power Up rewards thing. Because if you go to the store for what you can spend your Power Up rewards on, it's bullshit. 500 for a keychain, 1,000 for a game nobody wants. Dude, when they were taking in retro games for the very first time in so long, there was E.T. for the Atari 2600 for thousands of points.
Huh.
Yeah, you
Fuck
don't get that
that.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that was an example for when they were trying to do retro for the very first time. Is there really anything worth buying anything from their store using the points? I'm not talking discounts. I'm talking stuff you can legitimately get using the points as currency.
I mean, like
500 points. What? That's like equal to $20.
I don't even think they do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just like cash off of whatever you want. They don't have like.
Goodbye. It's alright. Hey, that was funny.
No!
Fuck GameStop, man. If you're gonna get something from there, either get merch or used games.
I hate getting merch from GameStop because it's all merch nowadays, and it's never anything I fucking want.
They have a lot of good merch. The problem with it is that a lot of it is usually Minecraft or Fortnite shit that's overblown beyond belief.
Yeah.
No one likes Fortnite that much, so they want to get a fucking Nerf gun.
Some of them are alright looking, but most of them kind of suck in terms of, like, design.
Oh, they design them in a way so they don't look like real guns. It's a Nerf gun. It's brightly colored. Who the hell's gonna confuse that with a real gun?
Okay, so I have a funny story about that.
I've seen double-barrel shotguns that shoot Nerf, and those were obviously Nerf. I know that everyone knows that.
So I had
plastic have a different hue to them.
I had this bright green and orange Nerf gun that I got at one of the thrift stores nearby, and fuck you.
No, thank you.
And I didn't have anywhere to put it. I was like, keep in mind I was like 16, 17 years old at the time. And so I was just like, okay, I'll go take it to my locker at the gym. I went and took it to my locker at the gym and put it in there. And the guy at the desk, who was like an army veteran, and he started freaking out. I was like, "Is that a real gun? Is that a real gun?" I was like, dude, it's orange and green. It's a fucking Nerf gun. Bill. Made out of plastic. It shoots dart. It didn't even shoot darts. It's like it couldn't shoot darts. That was why it was at the free bin at the thrift store, because it just didn't work. I fixed it. But, you know, that was fucking hilarious. That was fucking stupid.
Fuck.
No, thank you.
Okay, round 2.
Jared's fucking around saying go to DK Oldies.
DK Old? No.
You talking
I don't have one of those.
Good. DK Oldies is shit.
It's a scam.
You know what two best friends ended up saying about Kano in Mortal Kombat 9 when they were playing the story mode briefly?
Fuck you, Lakitu. What?
That.
Fuck you, Lakitu? But he's not in that game.
They were essentially saying that Kano was just doing his little hold on a sec.
Outrun. I gotta run away before Lakitu shows back up again. I know he does. And we're done with the level, thank fucking God. I intend to beat the whole game tonight, but if I don't, whatever.
I know you're joking, Jared. No one's gonna believe you when no one's gonna believe that as a serious suggestion. Well, maybe Ridley, but you know, that's Ridley.
Well, Kevin also doesn't know what DK Oldies is, so...
Thank God you don't.
Anyway, as I was saying, so...
No, go away.
So essentially two best friends ended up saying about how Kano is like, they were saying he was basically just, you know, doing that ball roll thing that he does in the game. But as though he had the space jump function.
God damn it. Well, that sucks, but it is just points.
Yep. But yeah. And Gizmo, Alex was introduced to the 1997 an adaptation of Berserk.
Yeah, I watched. I think that the opening sequence is fucking weird.
You hated that song?
By the end of it, it was getting on my nerves, yes. Gizmo, have you ever watched that show?
No.
Huh. Could have sworn you did.
What?
Could have sworn you did.
Never said I did.
Well, we're on episode 8 if you want to join us for our Sunday viewings.
Which are going to be taking place on Friday this week, and also Sunday.
Just this week. Because...
No!
We're aiming to get the 97 anime done in 3 sittings.
No!
Specifically 3.
Yeah, cause there would at least be enough for 3. So it's like, one main criticism I ended up having about, I was like, while all the moments it does adapt from the manga are actually pretty solid, for the most part, it's just, I can't stand when it has filler. Because there are 2 instances of filler that I know of so far in the series. Both of them involve a battle with Adon Korbelwitz. Korbelwitz is a guy who we don't see in the manga until the part of the series is where Casca starts to feel under the weather. Come on! Well, both are dead. So yeah, it's just like you're making Adon Korbelwitz into a joke before any of the main characters actually meet him.
It's also kind of interesting that they decided to add all that filler in a manga that they cut things out of, and there was so much to work from anyways.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of censor, up here that the moment that the Ranma 1/2 remake came out, it got censored.
Oh yeah, Ranma's... Well, I wasn't expecting to see Ranma's tits on screen.
I was kind of. That's what was one of the things that made it kind of funny. And not because ha 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 titties,
well,
but it's because
like modern day, they've gotten a lot stricter about showing nipple on TV in Japan.
But this is Japanese stuff, man.
Nipple on TV in Japan, I said.
If they're gonna show that stuff, they're gonna show it at a certain time.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, you can also hear a lot of degenerates saying, "Oh, it's a transgender allegory. You can't get shut the fuck up." No, it ain't. Fucking Christ, these millennials.
Someone on a Discord server that I'm a part of was apparently agreeing with the Birdman and on his views of Critical Drinker or being a grifter, and I'm like,
is it all based on the fucking Knives Out video he did?
I think it's also based off. He says it's based off of like Drinker having these views of this movie is a thing about such and such and whatnot. And I'm like, look, Drinker is wrong about a number of things, but
he's just
he's
wrong.
not a grifter.
Like he's not.
Yeah.
Like
if he's
not
wrong
beholden,
about something,
like,
he's wrong. If he's right about something, he's right. Nothing he's ever done shows that he's a grifter.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the Birdman is quite the grifter.
Like, we can talk about, like, fucking Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt, it is, like, the textbook definite Boogie. Boogie 2988, a textbook fucking and do anything for a buck kind of person. And, Candace Owens. Let's talk about Candace Owens.
I don't know about Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
I truly believe she believes what she's saying. She's not trying to chase down ghosts or anything like that. I feel like she actually believes what she's saying.
And keep in mind, and Birdman would not have gotten any sort of fame whatsoever if it wasn't for the fact that he was, aping off of CinemaSins stuff.
Yeah.
Who still watches CinemaSins?
Evidently he does, so that he could have content.
Nobody likes that kid. Nobody likes CinemaSins ever since he's been exposed for taking everything too seriously. And then after that, he's like, "Oh no, this is all a joke, guys. Oh, okay, you're a critic that's jokingly criticizing all these fucking movies." No, that's not how that works, motherfucker. You're not.
Keep in mind,
it's all Schrodinger's comedy. It's a comedy show until it's supposed to be legitimate. It's
keep
Donkey.
In mind
although Donkey
keep in mind
at least,
a number that
like, puts his money where his mouth is, even if he's a fucking idiot.
And keep in mind, Jeremy also has this odd thing of has this odd thing where it's like he'll ask questions, but then that act like that's a criticism of the movie,
even though the movie already answered his question or will answer his question momentarily, and he doesn't bring that up later.
Nope. Because then that would immediately devalue his criticism. Is like, look, the people dunking on CinemaSins are right about that aspect of Jeremy Scott's show. But they shouldn't act like they got anywhere. If they're gonna keep going on like this, they can't act like they didn't get anywhere or without Jeremy.
Now, tearing down bad critics is a great way to learn how proper criticism works, but God damn it!
But ultimately,
you have to have something to say.
Exactly. And a lot of the times Birdman does end up saying like, "Oh yeah, the books do matter," and whatnot. And I'm like, I get that, but at the same time, but at the same time, there is merit to what Jeremy says about the books don't matter in the context, because when you're criticizing the film adaptation, then yes, the books don't really matter because that's a criticism of the film's way of adapting the material.
Well, you see, here's the thing. Some things are like, why is this error here? And then you look at the book, and it's like, oh, they changed something completely needlessly, completely stupidly, and now it's wrong. Now something is terribly, terribly wrong here. Like Harry Potter, like, people wouldn't know. If you hadn't read the books, where's the mirror from? Why is the mirror important? They never explain that. How did Uncle Vernon know that Harry wasn't allowed to use magic outside of school? They never explained that.
Actually, they did.
No, they did not. They cut that scene out of the fucking movie.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's not even in the deleted scenes. It's just gone.
Which is lame.
Yeah, that's actually a plot-critical thing. And that line was also invented by Alfonso Cuarón for the movie. Possibly Steve Kloves, but Alfonso Cuarón is the one who left it in. No!
Oh, fuck. Link, if you could go 2 seconds without falling off of somewhere, that'd be swell.
That'd be great.
Jared's saying in chat, if Alex doesn't beat Mario Brothers, he'll post Lakido not safe for work.
Okay, well, I have ample motivation not to fuck up tonight.
One word for Rama, wood. Bruh, you know that's a dude. And I'm not talking about, like, she had... I'm not talking about she had an operation. I'm talking like he's a legit dude that can turn back anytime he wants. So, if he turns back after the action, you realize that it's incited now a dude, right? Nasty bitch.
Okay,
you could always be Mike Matei.
Mike Matei
says Jarrett. You remember when he reviewed Elmo and Grouchland?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Hey, I'm not wearing a cardigan. You fucking idiot. I mean, I'm not myself. The fuck, bro?
I'm going to save state like a bitch now. Because my patience is waning. My patience is waning.
Buy some more.
I can't.
Okay.
I have to download more RAM to buy more patience.
Okay, so, only we had more people that were actually, you know, in here that actually knew about Bleach in general, and
Oh god damn it.
we could at least speculate on who we'd want in the game, because obviously most people's pick Kenpachi is already in it.
Everyone knows that the basics are going to be in there. It's like saying, "Oh, is Goku going to be in Dragon Ball the next game?" Yeah.
There was one time where he was an unlockable.
In which game?
I believe it was Super Butoden 2.
Goku.
Yeah.
Which one?
Goku. Super Butoden 2.
Right. Which Goku?
Just Goku.
Base.
No.
Incorrect. That's Vegito. You're either thinking of one of the fusions, Vegeta or Goten, or Vegeta
No,
or
Super
Gogeta.
Butoden 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, and Goku was an unlockable fighter in that game.
Right, but was he DLC? Was he left out the game
Nope.
entirely? No. He was going to be in the game anyway. Of course, they're not going to leave him out. So I don't know why people are asking why Kenpachi, if Kenpachi is going to be in this new Bleach fighting game.
Well,
Oh, Sonic, is Sonic going to be in Sonic 4? His name is in the fucking title. Why are you asking?
Well, you never know. Oh, they might. Well, you never know, considering that there was one Bleach Dynasty Warriors game where a bunch of characters that were major players in the Arrancar saga were not playable.
Yeah, but those are not the main cast.
Yasutora Sato is part of the main cast. Yeah, he's a main cast member. Sato is one of the main characters in the series.
Okay, when was that?
Literally in the first arc of the show.
Okay, and who was that again?
Chad.
My point exactly.
Seriously? You don't know who Chad is?
I know who Chad is. The fact is, he's not going to be left out of main anything in terms of Bleach. If you're going to play a Naruto game, you're going to expect Naruto, maybe Sasuke, maybe Sakura. But you're going to know Naruto's going to be in there. Dude, why'd you bring up Butoden too? Goku's in there regardless. No one's going to leave out Goku in a Dragon Ball game unless there's a specific reason. Same thing with Naruto, Bleach. You're not going to leave out Ichigo. Everyone knows he's not going to be left out, just like how they're not going to leave out all the other characters that have been there before. With him. Since the beginning. If they make a sequel to Bleach Dark Souls, I know they're going to have Kenpachi in there. Why would they not?
You never know.
What? No, dude, he's been there since the beginning.
Yeah, you know who else has been there since the beginning in Mortal Kombat? Fucking Goro. You know who wasn't in Mortal Kombat several of them at launch?
Goro hasn't been there since the beginning.
He was a boss.
In 1. He was not a boss in 2. That's Kentaro. And in Mortal Kombat 3, Goro was not the boss there either. That was Shao Kahn.
Talking about him, yeah, I'm talking about him being playable though.
He was never playable for a long while.
Oh, no.
Goro?
The point is, Goro was both a. Hang on, wasn't Goro an unlockable character? Or in
no.
He was an unlockable character in Mortal Kombat at X, but that was as DLC.
Yeah, that was DLC.
That's not canon. He's canonically dead in that timeline.
The weird thing is that so is Havoc, but the thing is that they mentioned him in they killed off Havoc in the Mortal Kombat X tie-in comics.
Name one part of the game where they follow the comics. Exactly.
That's the worst part. They have an established NetherRealm tries to have an established canon and with tie-in materials, and then they completely contradict said material.
You realize fighting games almost never, if at all, follow any side stuff like the comics, right? If anything, if they reference it, that's just a tad of fan service. So that's not canon. Just like how they made you get the movie costumes in Mortal Kombat 11 and 1. It's not canon, but it's a little bit of fan service.
Right. Well, one bit of good news in my game, in the game that I'm playing, I got 2 claw shots. So that means I can navigate this place a lot better. Which, by the way, the double claw shot in Skyward Sword ended up being the default variant of this.
I was just trying to complain about how they made Goro into paid DLC. That's all I was trying
Once.
to complain about.
That was once.
The fact that they did it at all is kind of an issue.
He wasn't even a recurring character to begin with.
Yeah, the funny thing is that Rebirth of...
Now, if they made Sub-Zero and Scorpion DLC, that's understandable. Those guys have been around since the beginning. Except for maybe, what, Mortal Kombat 3?
The original release of
Mortal Kombat 3? Yeah.
The original release of Mortal Kombat 3, Scorpion was not playable.
Yeah, but that's only a technicality, because they made some updates where you can play as Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yeah, but you had to buy those.
Right, but again, that's only a technicality. They were still in the story, and they were still... But not part of the... Okay, yeah, they weren't part of the game. I get that, but Noob Saibot's right there. He's technically Sub-Zero.
So anyway...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's like... What I find it funny how one of our guys on the server was saying that if Kenpachi wasn't initially going... If they didn't plan on having Kenpachi be playable, then he was just gonna break the fourth wall and make himself playable.
It's already If I go to a restaurant and I see water in the menu, it's something to expect as a drink. If they don't serve water in a restaurant, I'm gonna ask why. Everywhere serves water. Everywhere uses water. Why wouldn't you offer that as a drink? That's going to be questionable. Just like how Kenpachi, one of the main and reoccurring characters...
You know why Sonic is better than Mario? Because he can stop on a fucking dime.
Well, he's not really a main character per se, but he is one of the
He's a reoccurring character, though.
Yeah, he's one of the more popular... he's one of the more popular supporting cast members. So, essentially, it's like a lot of people really like Kenpachi, but he's not one of the main characters.
But he's a reoccurring character. Why wouldn't he not be in the game?
You never know. Some idiot.
Legitimately, you never know.
So many appearances.
No. Oh, Gizmo. Here's the thing. They could have cut him out of this game.
No, they couldn't have. Why would they?
Dude, they cut fucking tons of characters out of Dragon Ball games all the time.
I know that, but that's different. Those are completely different. Yeah, it is.
No, they cut fucking second form Frieza out. No, third form Frieza. No, yeah. Yeah, it goes straight from...
They cut out both second and third form Frieza in Budokai 1 and didn't have them be playable until Budokai 3.
That's different.
No, it wasn't. That's fucking lame.
No, it is, because that's the first time they ever had a 3D Dragon Ball game. Well, a successful 3D Dragon Ball game. So it would make sense why they leave out a form on a new piece of tech that could make graphics that good. Yes.
Dude,
yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, that just doesn't make any fucking sense.
It would make sense. Dude, it's the first game of its kind. The first series of its kind. It makes sense why they
actually had models of both of these forms in the game's cutscenes.
Yeah, but that's different from playable.
Yeah. They should have been playable.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they would have been able to have the form in there automatically. Working order. Is the first time that Budokai... Okay. Final bout. GT. Something like that, you would not be able to put in one of Frieza's forms. They're going to stick to this final form for obvious reasons. It's the most iconic, and it's the most powerful form.
Fucking dude.
Just like how they didn't
Dragon Ball Z.
Just like how they didn't put in a lot of the
Ultimate Butoden had things missing.
Why do you think? Dude, it's a PlayStation 1. It's not like a...
Ultimate Butoden for the 3DS.
Oh, Butoden. Okay, yeah, well, you just said the reason there.
There's no Nappa. There's no fucking... Like, this thing is more powerful than
you just said You just said the reason why they couldn't fit a lot of their forms. It's a handheld.
It's a 2D game on the fucking 3DS. It's a 2D 3DS game.
They're not going to be able to fit everything in there. It's a 3DS. It's a handheld console at the end of the day.
Some of the shit they put in that fucking game.
To play devil's advocate here, that is the first Dragon Ball game that Arc Sys worked on. And so they were probably kind of testing the waters until they got to Dragon Ball FighterZ. So we could be thankful to Extreme Butoden for laying the groundwork for a much vastly superior Arc Sys fighting game. Now the thing is, how far can I
follow this bullet bill?
Now the thing is,
turns out not very far.
Now the thing is, since Kenpachi is playable and this game is plotting on adapting the Arrancar, and the game is plotting to adapt probably up to the Arrancar saga, do you think Noritora is going to be playable? Because that is one of Kenpachi's biggest fights in the series.
I hope so.
Do they even have enough moves?
They've revealed 15 characters so far, because Renji has been revealed in one of the trailers, but not in his own dedicated gameplay trailer. So Noitora is probably going to have to be in there, since if they're going to be adapting in the story, if they're going to be adapting the story, it would be a bit of a disservice to not include one of Kenpachi's most important opponents in the series. Because Noitora is one of the reasons why Kenpachi ended up getting in quite a bit stronger throughout Bleach. Gizmo, you probably don't even know who that is.
No.
Noitora is the Quinto Espada of Aizen's little gang that he's got going on.
Sega, Alien Isolation 10-year anniversary. We're delighted to tell you that it's the 10th year anniversary of Alien Isolation. Really, I'm not delighted because we don't have any sequels. The sequel to Alien Isolation is in early development, and Al Hope says. Okay. It's been a decade! It's been a decade! This game should have come out 5 years ago.
Isn't there a team shooter of the Alien series that just came out a while ago? Is that any good?
I haven't played it. Alien Fireteam.
It looks pretty good. At least it works. It looks like it works compared to Aliens Colonial Marines.
Hang on, let me see here, because I've got a bunch of Alien games here. Aliens Colonial Marines, Aliens vs. Predator, Aliens vs. Predator. No, I don't have the new one. Excuse me.
So, and hopefully one of my favorite characters in the Arrancar saga is going to be in the game, which is Grimjow. Oh, because I'm like, give me Grimjow, you cowards. Because he's also one of the... Because based on fights that Ichigo goes through, Grimjow is one of the most important ones.
I saw this.
And it's some people. I still find it funny that at the blind guy, Ikonome Tosin ended up finding his way to being playable in a Bleach game before, or we got a Renji gameplay trailer.
Why?
Because everybody's been harping on the developers of the game and for not giving us a trailer for Renji. It's mostly a joke at this point. They know Renji's in the game. They're just saying they're just making the jokes. So another character that, and some people were not expecting Rangiku Matsumoto, of all people, to be in the Bleach fighting game, because
she was playable as a fighting game character before. How are they surprised?
No. Well, mostly just because of the fact that she doesn't, that in terms of fights, she doesn't really have a whole lot of wins or under her belt, or a lot of moves to draw from.
Piccolo has lost a lot of fights, man. That doesn't mean
no.
Piccolo has lost a lot of fights, though, dude. That doesn't mean that he shldn't be on the roster.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, compared to a lot of other characters, Rangiku, aside from, you know, the aesthetic, because who's gonna say no to that beautiful woman? Morons, that's who. Fuck.
Oh, thank you.
Like serious, like, and of course, and it's like, and another unexpected character in that game was Gin Ichimaru, because it's like we weren't really expecting this guy. And of course Ben's like, why? How important is he? I'm like, I'm not going to answer that question. Just read the manga.
You realize he hasn't seen or read
I know. That's why I pretty much said, just go read the manga. I'm not going to bother doing this.
Bro, it's not like he's asking why Lex Luthor is important to Superman. Literally, you don't even have to read a comic to know why he's important. There's Bleach. This is an anime that's been going around since the early 2000s.
Who's this fucker in the silly little blue tights? Why is this guy important? And he's just, you know, this is really gay.
If you don't know who Superman, if you don't know who Superman is, you got a problem. If you don't know who Goku is, you got a problem. Bleach is another species entirely of entertainment. That if you don't know who Ichigo is, I can't blame you. If you don't know who Rukia Kenpachi is, Rukia.
At the very least, you should know what some of the characters look like. Because there are characters I don't know anything about who I at least know the look of.
If you see one of the characters and you're like, oh, that's familiar, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I buy that. You go to a Barnes and Nobles, you see Bleach manga everywhere, right beside the small aisle of comic books that it surely deserves.
Ever shrinking.
Because of the fucking idiots. Because of the fucking idiots that Marvel and DC keep hiring.
Yeah. Well, people won't buy product if it's fucking bad.
Oh, gee, who would have realized? If you don't like it, don't buy my book. Okay, done. Bitch. Ruining my comic book. You ruined my video games and you went after my comic books. It was already like a fucking hard industry to make a success out of. Now you're making it even harder. And now it's even to the point where comic books are removed from the New York's bestsellers now.
Yeah.
Think about it. Comic books were in the New York's bestseller. That was a good thing. But now they went so bad, they were taken off. As recent as a few years ago.
That is shameful.
Yeah. We had great comics.
It
was... I'm gonna quote the Homelander meme, it was perfect. Down to the very last detail.
And then someone pointed out, why are these women in such scantily clad clothing? And then...
Because men like big titty bitches. Next question.
Men like tits and ass, and girls love muscles. What the fuck?
Women like to see a guy who looks like He-Man.
Hiromi Arakawa had said that a guy... I just had pretty much summed up the heroic build. All on TV tropes. It's like, guys should be, you know, essentially it's guys should be big and should be a muscular, and girls should be a you know,
Men should be baboom, women should be vavoom.
yes, that.
I believe that is the exact quote.
Yes, that is the exact quote. And
My
Arakawa is the mangaka for Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
It's interesting how her avatar is. It's interesting how her avatar is a cow.
And then, of course, you have Armstrong's sister, who happens to be both.
Olivier is a dangerous woman.
Dangerous. Girl is so dangerous.
I'm not sure if she'd be Spike Spiegel's type.
Well, considering he wants a woman who will just absolutely kill him.
Yeah.
No! Fucking bloopers! You're a squid, I should be able to eat you!
So yeah.
How do you hungry? Need the
part
squid.
Part of my speculation on who's going to be in the upcoming Bleach game are based off of, like, what they're adapting for the story. Because I know there's going to be an in-depth story mode. Oh, like with any other anime fighter. Because it would be
quote
weird.
Unquote.
Because it would be weird if they didn't.
Considering how heavily abridged some of them have been, yeah. And then, of course, you have like, the Budokai Tenkaichi games, which include entirely original plot lines and shit that be both inventive and also irritating as the filler from the actual anime.
Alright, I got one of two heart pieces. Is in this dungeon.
Finally done with this fucking world.
So, Alex, how do you feel about heart pieces being in the dungeons of this game?
At least you can go back and play the dungeons.
Yeah, and at the very least, when you have the compass that's on you, you'll be able to find them a bit easier by checking your map. And being like, okay, so this is where I've been, and this is where I
close to the end here.
Yet.
Speaking of characters, I think it's about the right time to look into the Comic Book Universe Battles character database, in which we look at people, male, female, machine, reptilian, and of course...
And a machine. Power extreme.
And of course, all types of matter. Literally all types of matter. And the first one that's been added was...
Vegetable, animal, and mineral, even.
First one that's been added was Mayday.
Parker?
From... No. Mayday from A View to Kill.
Oh, A View to a Kill. That movie is ass.
It is.
Skank from Ralph Breaks the Internet.
That movie is also ass. No! I just got myself killed by a fish's ass.
White Wolf from Marvel Comics.
Okay. Oh, is that Bucky Barnes?
No. That's Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's
but
Bucky.
they call him the White Wolf of Wakanda.
Right, but that's not... Okay.
Like, after his time as,
That was in the movie.
Okay, but yeah, I get that, I know.
Take it with a grain of salt. Not everything from the movie is gonna be...
I am aware, I'm just, like... So, which version of the White Wolf is this?
Way before Bucky was a thing.
Like, what's his name?
Let's see. He appeared in Black Panther Volume 3, Issue 4 from 1999.
That does predate Bucky being back in the comics.
Winter Soldier, yeah. Queen Divine Justice from Marvel Comics.
That's a fucking name. What?
Leon from Dead or Alive. Sam
I was about to
Riordan.
say Scott Kennedy or The Professional, but then you said Dead or Alive, and I was like, oh.
I would have said Leon S. Kennedy.
Now picturing Leon Scott Kennedy in Dead or Alive.
Sam Riordan from The Boys.
Sam Riordan.
Oh,
Sam Riordan, and that.
Olivia Hart from the Power Rangers Boom Studios comics.
Okay.
And finally...
Oh, that's from Gen V. Okay, yeah. He's an interesting character, actually.
And lastly, Dr. Anna Ripley from The Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh no. I know what that's a reference to.
And in terms of matchups, we have Kurt Barlow versus the Monster Squad.
Who's Kurt Barlow?
Very interesting. Vampire Diaries.
Oh, that explains it.
Why not the script, girl? Magneto and Marrow and Felicia versus Morgan and Chun-Li and Rogue.
Huh.
The Hulk and Blanca and Swamp Thing versus Piccolo and the Lizard and Killer Croc. Mr. Big and Mr. Big and Mr. Big versus Ernst Stavro Biofeld and Dr.
Blofeld,
Dr.
yeah.
Evil. Is that how it says Biofeld? Oh, no, it's a L. Okay, yeah, it's Blofeld.
It's Stavro Blofeld. I know this because we've watched all of the James Bond movies except for, like, the last 4.
Yeah.
Mariko Yashida versus Shiki from Samurai Showdown. Tima Armstrong versus Dixie Clements. Johnny Utah versus Brian O'Connor. Dirty Harry.
That makes sense.
Dirty Harry versus Robert McCall from The Equalizer.
Okay.
Khan Noonien Singh versus Khan Noonien Singh. Basically,
original timeline versus new, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's, that would be, fuck. Ricardo Montalban versus Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes. Mike Banning versus Barney Ross.
Barney Ross. I know that name. Where is he from?
Expendables.
Oh, yeah, Stallone.
Yeah, the revolver guy. Batman versus Scorpius Rex. Major Alan Dutch Schaefer versus Frank Martin from The Transporter. Optimus Prime versus Skeletor. And
that seems incredibly one-sided. Skeletor isn't that big.
Yeah, but he's powerful.
He's got some magic to him, but, like, Optimus is fucking...
You forget he's from He-Man.
No, I don't forget he's from He-Man. You forget that Optimus is from fucking Transformers. Transformers is like...
You forget he's from He-Man. He-Man's like crazy fucking shit universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so's fucking Transformers.
You got a guy who can push the moon.
Transformers can fucking destroy the universe.
You got a guy who can push the moon, and Skeletor
Alex,
can
let me
him
put
one-on-one evenly.
Alex, let me put it to you this way. Hey, you're both not wrong in how strong the respective verses are, but the thing is that it's honestly debatable which verse is stronger, since He-Man does have exceptional power scaling feats, especially when it comes to DC comics, because Skeletor has been able to enslave the entire Justice League, save Batman, and Batman had to rely on He-Man to beat Skeletor. Or because and He-Man was able to go toe-to-toe with Superman.
Man, shut the fuck up, nerd.
That's not really credible coming from you, Gizmo.
You shut up too. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I get the joke.
And lastly, Beatrix the Bride versus John McClane.
And don't worry, Alex, I do get the joke. It's just yeah. That was a little much.
And battles that have been finished. Bo-Katan Kryze, whatever, versus Beatrix Lestrange. Beatrix
Bellatrix.
Those are L's. God damn it. Okay. Bellatrix Lestrange, she wins by 3 votes. They pronounced it differently. Carnage versus Riot versus Venom. Riot wins by 1 vote. Cobra versus Jack Bauer. Cobra wins by 4 votes. Red Tornado versus Division. Division wins by 3 votes.
Well, that's not really hard. Well, honestly, even though Red Tornado is pretty powerful, as a member of the Justice League, but the thing is that Vision is just that much more powerful.
Amity Blight versus Catra from the Princess of Power She-Ra show. Catra wins by 3. Catra wins by 3 votes. And currently, there are no contests of the writing variety going on at the moment. Yeah.
And the thing is that we also...
Hey, there we go.
And another thing is like Transformer... And another thing is that Transformers does have some insane feats as well. Like Gizmo, we've all seen in the whole shindig between Galactus and Unicron, right? Like, we all saw that.
Yeah, we've seen a death battle.
So the thing is that... the thing is that the Transformers have something like that. And only a handful of characters in that verse do scale to. It's just... It's kind of insane. Especially kind of insane to think about it. Let's see now. So yeah, it's honestly kind of debatable who would win that fight between Optimus Prime and Skeletor based on the scenario you have presented.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it.
Well, here's a debate topic that I just thought of. You meet your one true love. You're going out for a while now. Then you find out she has a quirk that happens at certain times or at random. You're gonna be... Who would you rather have? A girl that has the same problems as Mei Li from turning red, or the same problem as Princess Fiona did on the first movie?
Fiona?
Yeah, I was gonna say, gotta be Fiona, because the fucking raccoon shit is weird.
I'd rather do the raccoon, man, I'm not gonna lie.
That's still Cameron Diaz, dude.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just saying, like, if I have a girl that pops up random ears, I'd rather have that than have Someone that could literally eat my ears.
So which one are you talking about? Because it could apply to both of those there.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
The giant...
One's a fucking...
The kaiju-sized raccoon.
One's a fucking ogre, one turns into a red panda. A raccoon? That's a red panda.
Okay, sure. But, like, Princess Fiona... If she's like Princess Fiona, she's not actually gonna fucking eat you.
Dude, she's still got the appetite to eat slug eyes. I'm not gonna trust anyone that's literally eating slugs raw dog. No pun intended. You both crazy. You'd rather go out with someone with Fiona's troubles rather than the turning red thing.
Marks says, hello, everyone. And, I mean, like... You know, it all comes down to... No, I guess you are the furriest member of our little group. So, you know, with all that...
Who says you gotta be a furry?
I said...
Why?
No, I was just saying that you were the furriest member, given, you know, your avatar. Or with all the nice, gremlin fur you've got.
I didn't make that to begin with. Some guy...
I'm fucking kidding. I'm
like,
just,
Ace's
like...
group made it for me. Fuck yeah, gotcha.
So...
Also, the fact is, who would you rather deal with? An angry red panda or an angry ogre? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd rather deal
one
with
of them, really.
Bruh, I'd rather deal with the red panda.
Dude, the red panda is like 4 times my size. Princess Fiona is like my size.
It's a red panda. It's a red panda. She's not gonna do shit to me. She want to cuddle.
I mean...
The fact any of you want to date an ogre like that, and it's not even like an orc. It's like an actual Shrek ogre.
I mean, like,
dude. And here's the thing:
I'm not picturing the bard, that your local bard, having it away, hey, with the orc chieftainess.
Dude, I'd rather date an
bringing
orc girl.
peace to the land by through porking.
Then what about you? Man, I haven't heard Kevin say anything about this the entire time.
What do you want me to say?
I mean, he has said Princess Fiona over giant red panda creature.
Yeah, but that's it. He hasn't tried arguing his point.
Well, yeah, that's mostly because I've been doing it, and I don't really, like, you don't really have to argue the point when you and I are already doing it.
Also, I feel like it's easier to shop for a red panda than an ogre.
All you have to do for an ogre is just look for oversized clothing.
I'm not even talking about clothing choice.
No!
What do you gift an ogre if you're not going for clothes? You can't just go to like a chocolate shop and get her like C's candies or something like that. Ogres are like, have you seen their diet? They'll eat raw slug eyes. They'll eat whole slugs. They'll use a slug's innards as toothpaste.
Yeah, but I can work out with an ogre.
Can you, though? It looks like ogres vary. Fuck.
I somehow ended up weighing myself down. Down to my doom.
Game clip is in the chat. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, that's a game clip. That's a very good question, brother.
It's a debate topic. Basically, would you rather date a girl who's got the problem from Turning Red, or would you rather date a girl who's got the problem from the first Shrek movie?
Well, you know, true love's first kiss will both turn into ogres.
But how would you know it? How would you know that's true love, though?
Well, you literally said it's the girl of your dreams, so...
But even then, you're still gonna deal with the problem. I didn't say that you had any way of curing either problem.
You said, like, from Shrek, so I assume it's the...
Right, but that doesn't mean you're able to cure it. You have to deal with the problem they have.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So even if you were to give her the biggest of lettuce of kisses, you're still gonna see her turn into an ogre at night.
Well, that just means, you know, we can get extra work doing bodyguard stuff at night. You know, it was like she works nights as a security guard.
You're saying the red panda is not gonna do anything like that?
You can't get a uniform. Or there are big guys who are security guards who you could get like a uniform from and put on an ogre. Or you can't do that for a red panda.
Clothes can rub off of an ogre. Clothes just poof away and then poof back on during transformations.
I can't believe you actually watched Turning Red.
It's a good movie. It's not bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, I mean, like, I didn't think anybody watched it outside of those stupid 9/11 memes.
It was actually okay. Not the best, but it was okay.
It was still good. It was still good, and the fact that it went back to the 2000s as a fucking nostalgia rip, kind of, you know.
Well, we can
kind of intrigued.
We can put the Pixar films on our list at some point.
At some point, yes.
Unfortunately, that also means we will be watching Lightyear. But I have words about that film, so I'm... You know.
Well, at least I'm mentally... Well, at least I have a way to be physically prepared for any of the movies that I do not have any desire to see.
Oh, yeah,
excuse me. What about
I already
you,
have a copy of Lightyear. I got it for like $5, I think.
And I'm not talking about using your method.
No.
And I'm not talking about watching from your stream, Alex. No. Oh, this is a different method entirely.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
What about you, Brett?
No, I do not have Disney Plus.
Hey, Brett, DJ, what about your choice? What would your choice be?
The raccoon,
I have no clue.
Or the ogre.
Would you rather? No, that's not an ogre or a raccoon. The question is...
It's an ogre or a red panda.
Would you rather date a girl that has the red panda problem or the ogre problem from the first Shrek movie?
I'd rather deal with an ogre.
Really?
Oh, it looks like you've been ogre-ridden.
Fuck off with that. Go sit in the corner.
Human by day, ogre by night.
Eh, you still gotta pay for an extra seat in the airplane.
Is anybody... No. Oh, that's when you,
physically hurt me. Why would you do this, Alex?
That's when you
that's
when you take advantage of the fat rights people.
Game Clip is on my side. I'm definitely not dating Princess Fiona. Boom.
That's okay.
Didn't watch Turning Red. I don't care. Either way, you're on my side anyway. I ain't gonna date no ogre. Not like that.
Oh, we have another one?
Point me to how that artist Derpixian draws an ogre, and maybe. But that's an orc. Derpixian. Yeah, like that's an orc though. That's an orc lady. That's different. But an ogre, fuck no. Get the fuck away from me. I trust nobody that eats slugs raw and still alive, squeaking.
You want to add some salt to that slug?
You know they ain't gonna add no salt to no slug. They eat them all straight up alive.
I know. I'm saying that because salt makes them dissolve.
I never bothered doing that. I thought that the thought of seeing them actually dissolve is disturbing to me.
Oh yeah, neither did I. I'm just...
It's like seeing someone being dumped in acid. It's like, do you really want to see that?
It's the dip scene from Roger Rabbit.
No, it's more Two-Face if he got dipped in the entire barrel. Oh, we didn't get Jarrett. Jarrett, are you still there? No, he's not there.
Yeah, I'm officially save-scumming like a bitch because I don't want to be here all night.
Yeah, so we got like 2 for Red Panda, 3 for Ogre. Okay, you're all a bunch of bastards. You betrayed me. I want my money back.
Everybody betray me. I fed up with this world.
Gizmo.
No.
Oh, we aren't getting paid.
Well, life is a lemon, though, and he wants his money back.
But we didn't make any lemonade.
I'd rather have limeade.
Really?
Lemonade's good.
Limeade, I love limeade a lot
That's
better.
fair.
That's like a weakness of mine. It's like, if you gave me 5 drinks, I'd rather have my entire life, not counting water, because, you know, how could you live without water? It's Barks root beer.
Yes.
Big Blue soda. Regular or cherry Pepsi. Like cherry, like either Coke or Pepsi. I'm fine with either, but cherry and Coke. Coke and Pepsi. Not in Pepsi, and Pepsi.
Coca-Cola presents Pepsi. They should do that. They should do Pepsi Coke and Coke Pepsi.
Oh, that'd be funny.
But then the real question becomes meth or crystal meth?
Chocolate milk and limeade. Limeade is like top 3.
Now mix your chocolate milk with your limeade for extra curdling.
Mix your milk with your limeade if you ever want to have the runs.
What? I've mixed milk with orange juice before. Pretty good.
You're nasty.
Did we ever see that? Has anybody ever seen that one episode of Family Guy where Peter ended up actually doing crystal meth?
Crack.
I only seen the clips.
Crack. Dude, what the fuck?
Funnily enough, the episode that those clips debuted from was actually an episode where Quahog News Network ended up playing a prank on the entire town. I'm making everybody believe that a black hole was going to end the world. It was an April Fool's Day joke.
Thank you, game.
Keep in mind, both Tom Tucker and Diane Simmons are scumbags.
Mm-hmm.
No, really.
Gizmo, do you have another friendly hate debate topic?
Okay.
No! Fuck!
Defend one of these live-action movies or lose an arm.
Which one?
You're gonna defend either of these 3.
Okay, which ones?
The Last Airbender, Super Mario Brothers the movie, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball Evolution and Mario the movie are easy to defend, I'd say. I'll pick either one of those.
I'm picking Super Mario Brothers the movie.
Yeah, because Super Mario Brothers the movie, despite having some whack-ass shit going on in it, it's actually a pretty good movie. Dragon Ball Evolution, on the merits, it can be defended. On the merits of the film itself, it's difficult, but you can actually defend it based on the fact that it resurrected Dragon Ball, essentially.
I can't. So I'm only gonna go with the Mario Brothers movie.
Because if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have had,
Mario Brothers 3, Solos, Dragon Ball, and...
Oh, Jared! There you
Jared.
are.
Yeah, if we didn't have Mario the movie, sorry, if we didn't like Mario the movie, yeah, I'd defend and based on merits of it actually being a pretty good movie, and then I'd say Dragon Ball Evolution. Hey, we got
It's entertaining.
you know, hey, we got
I like to
We
do
got
this every so often when I
Dragon
have
Ball.
this.
We got Dragon Ball Super, and we got Dragon Ball Battle of Gods out of it.
I'll be honest, I would have rather we not get Super at all.
Why?
Because Super sucks.
My balls.
And even though that the cast hated filming, Super Mario Brothers, it turned out
We
to be an
also got,
entertaining
Battle
movie.
of Gods.
And I like Bob Hoskins as Mario. John Leguizamo as Luigi, I could give or take, but he wasn't that bad.
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo is something else. It's like he was trying to put his own twist on the Luigi character.
Yeah, and he's an idiot.
Yeah,
Dennis
I remember
Hopper
he complained
as...
about not having any other Mexican people in Mario. I was like, he's Italian, John.
No,
Dennis-
game clip. No, we're not talking about the recent Mario Brothers movie. We're talking about the very first one, Mario Brothers the movie.
Technically the second one, but yes.
And Dennis Hopper as King Koopa was fucking awesome.
Dennis Hopper should have played like an animatronic King Koopa.
Monkey!
Monkey!
Tyrannosaurus Rex! The Lizard King!
And also, we got Walk the Dinosaur, which is also great. And also...
Is that where it came from?
Well, no, because Walk the Dinosaur was already a song. They did their own version.
I was gonna say, I thought that
I was gonna say
predated
for a
that.
second there.
Yeah, no, Walk the Dinosaur came out before Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Oh no, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
They did their own version with, what's his name, George Clinton?
Did you just say Bill Clinton?
George.
Yeah, I just said... Yeah,
George
I said
Clinton.
Yes, it was
the other
Bill Clinton.
The other Clinton brother who didn't suck as much.
Okay.
I did Walk the Dinosaur on Monica.
I didn't suck as much, but I can tell you who did.
I gave her I showed her my Jurassic Park.
I showed her my Tyrannosaurus bone.
Bill Clinton was the star of the porn parody Jurassic Pork.
Ugh. Ugh. Game Clip says, Main, look at those graphics. PS2 was a beast, bro. Oh, wait, are you talking about the Mario movie? Oh, no, he's talking about Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, he's talking
I was
about
about to say for a second there.
I'm like, I could have sworn the game you're playing is... I could have sworn the version you're playing is the GameCube one.
Yeah, I'm playing the GameCube version. The PS2
GameCube
one
version
like,
looked better than the PS2 version.
It looks better and it plays better.
Yeah. But the
Also,
PS2 version did have more content. Shame they never backported that. Technically,
Yeah.
First time I killed a Dinolfo with an ending blow, because these guys get up way too quickly.
Also, the scene with Mario and Big Bertha would...
That was unexpected.
I still would.
Big
I would
Bertha?
not.
Yeah.
Jarrett, answer the question.
What?
Princess Fiona or Red Panda?
No, that's not the question. That's not the question.
Ask the question then.
The question was, and we debated this for a while, would you rather date a girl that's got the problems... That's got the same problem
This
as
is your dream
either
girl, by the way.
Would you rather date your dream girl with the same problems as the girl from Turning Red, or the same problem as Princess Fiona did in the first Shrek movie? You cannot cure them. You cannot get rid of whatever it is that makes them the way they are.
Yeah,
You have
this is
to
an
deal with
addition, because I brought up, wouldn't you just be able to kiss her and then, you know... not Ogre anymore, but...
Get Ogre here.
The fact that there has never been a proper Shrek fighting game, aside from Shrek Super Slam.
I mean,
And
why
the
would
one-
there be?
And the one on Game Boy Color, which will not be mentioned.
There was a Shrek fighting game on
actually-
Game Boy Color.
Actually, it was the Game Boy Advance port of Super Slam.
There was a Shrek fighting game on Game Boy Advance. Fuck you.
There's a port?
Yeah.
There's a Game Boy Color one, Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown.
Oh! Oh no.
Freakdown.
Not the best wording.
Okay, so Jarrett.
You
What?
still haven't answered the question, though.
Yeah.
I'm
just,
thinking.
Yeah. Okay, take your time.
I mean, I'm the same guy who said wood to the cat people in Zombie Island.
Oh my
Hey,
god, do not
that's-
remind me.
Dude, they look fine. Except for when they're disintegrating.
I have higher standards.
I said they looked fine. I didn't say they looked hot.
Fine. Fine in certain parlances means hot.
Let me put it this way, then.
They looked... Okay, so you're saying they look
Second-
fine, not...
Second date
fine.
material. That's it.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
Okay, so... So, Jarrett, you know the game that I'm playing, right?
No.
Well, hold on a sec. I haven't actually been sharing my screen at all.
I know Alex is playing Mario Brothers. How's that going?
He's having a gay old time.
Brain dead? Instant?
Alright, so...
Oh, it's wild.
So look
Okay,
at
save stating.
Weak. Not to this. Oh, who the fuck do I care? I'm not a narc.
You know, it's kind of
Oh, one other thing, just to make things a little more interesting, you have to meet their family after being revealed. After they reveal the transformations that they undergo.
Do they also transform?
Red Panda?
No, they're original families.
Oh, hold on.
No, I didn't say characters. I just said if they had the same problems.
Oh.
So would you would have to either date a girl that had that red panda problem, like the girl did in Turning Red, or the same problem Fiona did from the first Shrek movie.
So
Wasn't
not
her-
an entire family of ogres or pandas, then?
No, but you would have to still meet their families after they reveal to you what happens to them.
So Fiona's was at night.
Fiona it transforms at night, but she's still, and she retains her ogreness, if you know what I mean. Like she still has her ogre mannerisms, and she still has her looks. She still has the body of that ogre every night. She has that strength upgrade too.
Right.
Also, those ears, or tubes, or whatever those are supposed to be, and you have to meet her family in far, far away, like the original movies did. What was it, Shrek 2?
Yeah, Shrek 2.
Yeah, and you have to go through that whole dinner scene too. The results may vary depending on how you decide to pull through. Turning Red, same thing. You have to deal with the random transformations. You have to deal with her turning into either a whole giant red panda, or certain parts of her turning into red panda, paws, tail, ears, that kind of thing. And you would have to still meet the same family that was in Turning Red. And just to make things a little more fair, the little girl is there too, as part of the family.
I haven't seen Turning Red.
But you've seen the clips.
Somewhat. Yeah. Seen a
So
few.
you should have like a basic idea of how it works.
Yeah.
So that
Red
being said,
Panda caused 9/11, got it.
Don't remind me of that Mr. Enter shit. Good God.
So fucking weird.
Why would they not reference 9/11? I don't know, man. Why didn't they reference the Iraq War? Who knows? Fucking idiot. Why didn't they reference Nagasaki in Dragon Ball Z? You fucking prick. That's the same kind of logic they use.
Why didn't they mention the Holocaust in Indiana Jones?
Yeah, that's exactly what the same kind of fucking logic he worked with. God damn it, Mr. Renner. If you...
No! Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. But yeah, who would you, now that you heard everything, would you rather deal with the ogre girl turn into ogre or girl turn into anthropomorphic or whole red panda?
Oh, damn, this is a tough one. I mean, the thing is, the thing with the Fiona curse is that it's at night, so I'm a night owl.
Which
There's not
means
much
she
to
could
do
make
it.
extra money as a bodyguard at night.
Yeah. Not much. I'm a night owl, so it gives us time to come together. For turning red, it's random, right? It's based on emotions.
It's based on emotions, so it's either like completely random, like body parts turning into red panda stuff, like her paws, tail, cat ears, her ears, that kind of thing, or she turns into a whole red panda. Oh, and her hair turns red too.
Oh, so red-haired Asian girl, got it.
Thing about that is, I'm not. I wouldn't be opposed to Paul.
Fuck it, I don't care. I'm not going back for the extra points. I'm almost done.
Deadass, I actually smashed the mom in turning red.
God, I am so close. I am so fucking close to being done with this game.
He is so close that he can almost taste it.
You're
By the
close,
way,
Because I
some
overthink
Phil Collins
things.
and Huey Lewis songs are playing on the radio, and that reminds me, we need to watch American Psycho.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
but it's at the
Because
P square. It's at the
I've
P
been
square.
I've
waiting
been
for this
waiting
moment.
for this moment for all my life.
Oh
Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not
lend a hand.
I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am.
Game
I
Paper
was
says
there when I saw what you did.
Saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin.
'Cause I know
Know
where you've been.
It's all in a pack of lies.
GameCoop's got a funny response. What? How is that a tough one? It's a cute panda or a green ogre.
Because I overanalyze and overthink.
You
Fuck
ogre analyzed it.
Bro, just sit in the corner.
I'm on a mission to inflict as much pain as I can before midnight tonight. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something here.
How do I make this more interesting?
Hey, you flying jackass, get down here so I can kick your ass.
Oh, here's another stipulation. You still gotta deal with friends that are similar to the ones from Turning Red, as well as deal with a guy that's similar to Lord Farquaad. If you date fucking the Fiona kind of, if you date the girl that sort of has Fiona's ogre thing.
So, in other words, I get to punt a midget.
You're either dealing with a guy that's similar to Lord Farquaad when you date the ogre, or you're gonna deal with three friends of the girls that are similar to the ones from Turning Red. That's another
So
stipulation. That's
so I
another
get to-
stipulation.
So I get to punt a midget.
Welcome to Duloc, such a perfect town. Here we have some rules, let us lay them down.
Yeah, okay. Diplomatic immunity. You want to deal with that all your life? Okay.
I mean, Farquaad isn't really a king. He still has to marry a princess.
No, that technically still makes him king. He's just not a prince.
I mean, the mirror flat out told him what was required.
Still does. I feel like it still doesn't work that way. If you're a king, you don't necessarily need a queen. If you're a prince, you don't necessarily need a princess either. So that makes his argument moot. If anything, he only said all that shit so he could not get killed. You saw his face when Felonius shattered that mirror, right? He was looking around like, "Oh shit! What do I say? What do I say? What do I say?" What I mean is, you're not a king yet. There you go. Whew! I'm not dead.
I like the idea that that Thelonious just casually carried that hand mirror around just in case.
It's a fairy tale
Thelonious-
land. It's a fairy
Thelonious
tale land. You know that the mirror's gonna talk.
No. I'm talking about the hand mirror that he used to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you got the magical mirror, you're gonna have something to intimidate him with. It's like if I know if I'm gonna be intimidating the gingerbread man, I'm gonna get a cup of milk, not waterboard him with, like, I don't know, fucking Avion.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. You're a monster.
The fact that he spat at him. In my head canon, that was actual icing. He spat at him, that saliva.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man?
Man?
The Muffin. Why, yes,
That
he lives
movie-
on Drury Lane.
That is the perfect fucking movie.
That is
And this-
Oh, she's married to the Muffin
Fire
Man.
underwater.
The
Do
Muffin
not
Man?
question it.
Man, she's married to the Muffin Man.
Oh, I love how you snapped back a game clip because I overthink and overanalyze. Fuck you.
Yeah. What, you
Go-
want me to, what?
No,
You want me
you're
to
fine.
give-
No, leave it. You're good. You're good. You're fine. As long as you don't outright try and pick fights, you're fine.
No?
Does anybody
but-
remember, or, you know, if we were to ever play Castle Crashers, I'm just gonna be like, remember yesterday when we rescued the princess?
Which version?
Just in general.
I have it on Steam.
For fuck's sake.
I got it on my PlayStation.
PlayStation
Gizmo,
3, 4.
I have the 5.
Oh, so you have no games.
Sadly,
Evidently, he
you are-
has one. Castle Crashers.
One port does not make a PS5 library.
That's fair.
I have the Steam version. I think I have the vanilla Steam version.
I
there
have
you
the
go.
demo on Xbox Live.
I have the
Alright, let's go fight the boss.
I have the whole game with the DLC on Xbox 360.
Boom shakalaka. Die in a
Baby.
literal fire, Bowser. Mario is here to save the day, princess, and he's not even super. He's just regular-sized Mario today.
So
Your quest is
long,
over.
Bowser.
We present you a new quest. Press B to select a world.
So long, gay Bowser.
So long, Bowser.
So long, you
Damn,
massive
GG.
homosexual, lizard, turtle creature thing.
You know the funny thing
Oh.
is, he doesn't even say gay Bowser. He just says King Bowser.
So
Well,
long,
they
King
actually
Bowser.
cut
They
the line
cut that out.
because
Yeah. They-
Charles Martinet said that the original line was supposed to be "So long, King Bowser," and then they cut the king part, but they didn't cut the g part. So it was like
Oh.
"So long, Bowser."
Oh, okay, so it's supposed to be more like "So long, King Bowser."
Yeah,
The way he says King.
King
Yeah.
Bowser.
Okay, gentlemen.
Bowser.
And I am done. I am done. Mario is over. And if we come back, I will not be playing Japanese Mario 2. I will instead be playing the better version.
Yeah, the Lost Levels is an absolute nightmare to finish.
The AI can't even finish the fucking game.
It's basically Kaizo
take
Mario.
Yeah.
Well, before
Hang
I
on,
finish things off, I got a boss to deal with. Argarok, the dragon that has been stalking this place.
Now, if I go over here to the palette, we can make it into Super Mario Bros. For the Game Boy. Or we can go to the shitty NTSC colors.
How about you be a man and play Super Mario Land?
I'll take the burden.
I will get to Mario Land eventually. And if
you
we
want the
turn
Red
down
Panda Girl?
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
but Alex, the minute you get to Mario Land, that
Don't
means
get
you
me
gotta play
wrong.
Mario Land 2.
Wait, you heard his answer. You heard his answer, right?
Oh, this is PAL simulation, not NTSC emul. Okay.
You heard Jared's answer, right?
What?
I said I'll take the Red Panda Girl.
Oh, okay.
3 on 3.
I can deal with the hyperactive friends, shit. Being an older brother, I've dealt with many cousins, and many friends of my brothers and sisters who were, just as quirky in that. And honestly, I think it'd be interesting, to learn more about about her culture, her ancestors and that. And besides, extra warmth during the winter.
God, some of this
Down here.
you can
Down
make
here,
this.
you big bastard.
You make it sound better than I ever could. Because I was
thinking how good I can make this look just by adjusting
and
the
there's
NTSC
Argarok's
colors.
There's Argarok's bright old fuck me spot.
Still too washed out. I don't know. I'd go personally with the on NTSC color palette. I'm just fucking around with the graphics on Mario right now. I'm not actually playing the game. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Nice.
Bye-bye. I'm still playing.
Yeah, I'm still playing too. Because I got a boss fight to finish.
By the way,
like I said, overthink and overanalyze.
Saturday, Night of the Living Dead, public domain, which means we'll be able to stream it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
And if anybody, hey, by the way, I have the Criterion collection and for this, which I got for the 4K disc. And if anybody tries to bitch at me for streaming about it, I can literally just cite that people uploaded it directly to Wikipedia.
It's in the public domain.
Which is, I believe that's also where we got the original Casino Royale from.
By the way, so this theme is actually recycled from the water boss.
Okay.
And we already know what to do with this guy. I based on that.
Or salt.
No, we got to swing around on these pea hats.
I see.
I got one more. I got one more for the day.
Okay.
You're living in an apartment building, and your roommates are either going. Your roommates are going to be one of these choices, and it's going. They're going to be one of these choices, and they're only going to stay for a certain amount of time. And pay you a certain amount of cash. Would you rather have the Minions for 1 month and they pay you $5,000 a week, or would you rather deal with what were they called? Or would you rather deal with the fucking
rabbits?
No, not the rabbits. There was something else that I had in my mind. Or would you? Yeah, I was gonna say. Or would you rather deal with the gremlins in their full transformations for a whole month, But instead of $5,000 a month, a week, they pay you $20,000 every other week.
Who?
Okay, so this is an
20
easy-
grand. 20 grand every other week. Who?
Every other week.
Okay, who did you say again?
You're either dealing with the minions for a
Minions
whole
at
month,
5 grand a week.
and they pay no. I'm going to raise that up to 10 for every week. Every week, or would you rather deal with the gremlins for 20 every other week?
Fuck, are we talking about like friendly Mogwai, or are we talking about the
fully
gremlins?
Fully transformed. Fully transformed. Got wet. Ate after midnight.
Going with the fucking minions, man. The gremlins are gonna cause more than 20 grand worth of damage in the first day.
But
I'm gonna go with the minions because can we even trust that the gremlins will even pay us?
They're paying you regardless, so they'll pay you in full. They're both paying you in cash.
Look,
so you're gonna be. They're both either one. They're gonna. You pick either one. They're paying you full in cash. No questions asked.
Now are we talking gremlins?
Are we at my house or are we somewhere else?
No, apartment. You're living in an apartment building, and you have to share your apartment with either of those choices, and they pay you in cash. No questions asked.
Are there other neighbors?
Yes.
Time to finish this off.
Oh God.
There are other neighbors. The landlord also lives there, but he knows he has to deal with it too because they pay him rent. They also pay him rent.
So, am I moving out after a month?
That's your choice.
Okay. So, if I get to like move out for a month and then come back to where I currently live, if after that month, I suppose I'd have to go with the gremlins because I can fight a fucking gremlin.
Hulk Hogan was able to fend off the gremlins.
Yeah,
brother.
I'm a better fighter than Hulk Hogan.
That's Hulk Hogan, man. That ain't fair. That ain't a fair comparison.
Listen up, brother. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna fucking kill these goddamn gremlins.
They pay for their tickets and they got some hot buttered popcorn. Don't make me come up there.
I love the fact that there's like a concerned Karen coming out with her kid complaining about the movie like the original. Like how it happened with the original, where parents legitimately complained about the movie being too scary.
I love both of them. The first one, pretty damn solid Christmas-esque horror movie. The second one, pretty damn funny live action comedy. Live action comedy cartoon. I can't speak.
What about you guys? Would you rather deal with a minion a whole week, 10 a week, or would you rather deal with the gremlins whole month, 20 every other week?
How many? I'd rather deal with the minions.
Well, let's say
if it's the same amount. Let's see, 10 grand.
Okay. Well, let's say you got a bigger. Let's make it a little fair. A little more fair. Your apartment is a little bigger than most guys. It's not small. It's just fairly big.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna cap things off for the
night. It's big enough.
So next time on Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, we're gonna try to beat the penultimate dungeon of the game. So until then, we will see you later. No.
So if it's the same amount of money for both, I'd go with the gremlins because they'd be.
Technically, it's not. So I'm gonna repeat it. You're gonna have the choice of rooming. Okay, I thought of a number.
Well,
okay,
anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming now. So I'll have to save this for later. So toodles.
Bubba.
Toodles.
So the choices are either 5. You're either rooming with 5 minions, 10 a week for a whole month, or you're rooming with 5 gremlins, and you're being paid 20 every other week.
That's the same amount of money.
No, 20 every other week.
There are 4 weeks, dude. There's 4 weeks in a month. That's 20. That's
right, but the
payment
is different. You're not being with the minions. You're paying 10 a week. That's it. 10 this week, 10 the next week, 10 the next week. With the gremlins, you're paying twice. You're either paid twice.
Excuse me.
You're either going to be paid twice or 3 times. One method is a little more delayed than the other.
it's 40 grand total. Well, like at the end of the day, it's still 40 grand.
Right,
but you're paid 40. Whether I'm being paid 10 grand a week, 20 grand, and every other week, or 40 grand at the end of the month. I'm making 40 grand off this. I'm going with the people who are more manageable. Because I can make the minions follow me. I'll put on my best girl voice and say, we are going to steal the moon.
Yep, the minions.
Yeah. So bye everybody.
Banana?
Bye.
Go check out Jarrett and Gizmo's channels and Damon's channel as well. Oh, Damon's over on BitChute. Jarrett's on Twitch and YouTube. You guys know where to find me and Kevin, and Gizmo is Gizmo Hibiki. Bye everybody.
Fuck.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
I shall dog.